Yeah, so they've done major repairs to the park, planted some trees, done a little beautification of the area, just to repair the damage that has been done by the major incident involving you guys. They're having something of a grand opening. So there's an area on the edge of the park that's near some of the buildings where there's a clear space that they use sometimes for little shows and gatherings and special events. And they've set up a stage where they'll have a live performance. There was a ribbon cutting earlier in the day, and as night has fallen, the band has taken to the stage for entertainment for the rest of the evening. And you guys are all, you're either there or you're heading there. Penguin would have been, the transformed would have been Trent. He would have been in the, just on the edge of the tree, the area with the trees. Because he's gone in to see what they have done with the forest, what changes have been made, and if anything new has developed in that particular area where you guys were involved. So he'll be just right there on the edge nearby. Mike, Onyxius, you will be on your way there.
Alright.
And what about the others? You see, I'm assuming most of you guys will probably be there already. Like gathered in the crowd in the clear area of the park. Near the edge of the park. I'd say the outsider definitely would be taken in the show. Something new for him to see.
I wonder if I'm just messing with like whatever the security area is, just understanding the X-ray systems I have.
Yeah, you can do that. You can be doing anything like that. That's fine. What about
Goofing off with any tech I find.
Yeah. What about the protege? Your father has been gone for most of the day, so you have decided to just meet up with your friends at the park for the show. So would you have been early or late, or when you get there, are you paying more attention to the show or something else?
No, I think I'm paying attention to the show. One eye on the show and one eye on,
Yeah, everything else.
Danger or something, I guess. Yeah, but
all right.
I'm there to enjoy the show.
And our doomed Karma, you would be there as well?
I want to say I'm late.
Cool. Alright, so, Onyxius is...
I'm making my way there.
Soldiers, what is your civilian name? Yeah, you didn't give me one.
No. I guess I did. I told you his name was Simon Theodore.
Okay, cool. Simon...
Not really.
I'm already written it down, man.
Simon Theodore is his name. That was a joke. Sure. His name is... Marcus.
Marcus
Weston.
W-E-S-S-O-N?
W-E-S-T-O-N.
Weston.
Marcus Weston.
Cool. Alright, so Marcus is making his way, towards the park. He lives somewhere in the city and making his way through some left and right turns, taking some shortcuts to get there. And you're around a corner and someone runs into you. Like the two of you are hurrying to get there and to get wherever you're going, and you two run into each other. You look at this person and it's a girl, a teenager about your age, maybe a little younger. She's carrying a lot of books and you've knocked her off her balance a little bit. Her books are all over the place.
Whoa, there, man. You gotta be careful in a town like this. Never know who you're gonna run into.
She looks up at you and she's
Help me pick these
startled.
up.
Yeah, so you're helping her pick up her books and so on. Yeah. She's startled and she's not paying attention to the books on the ground. She's just looking at you and it seems as though she recognizes you. And
A flash smile.
yeah. She's not
That's why I
smiling. She has
smile
a yeah. She has she in turn she's not smiling. She has a serious look on her face and she just says to you, "You're him, aren't you?"
I am me. But who's the hell you mean?
And she just
Confusion. My name's Marcus. What's yours?
My name is. I did not print. Yeah, I did not prepare a proper surname for her, but her name is Angela.
Angela.
Yeah. So she.
No?
Yeah. She
Angela,
accepts. Yeah. She
Well,
accepts.
well, cool. When I was going to school, there was actually one girl named Angela, and we were in the same class from kindergarten all the way until we graduated high school.
Wow, I'm jealous.
I mean, we were in the same class all the time. We weren't really friends or anything. This one of those weird things. It's like her, this one other dude, maybe two other people,
Yeah.
just from kindergarten time
Yeah.
all the way to graduating high school. We're always in the same class.
Yeah. So
You know anybody like that?
So, do me a favor. You're going to do the first roll. Now, what it's going to be is you're going to try to assess the situation because this girl is not. One, she's not reacting as a normal person would, and two, she seems to know who you are or thinks she does. So,
Okay.
in D&D, where you would do a perception check, in this game, it's a move called assess the situation. So you roll plus your superior. Your superior is what is your current legacy? Your superior right now is 0. So you would roll just 2d6 plus 0. I'm not sure how much you have access to because I know you probably don't have roll 20 up.
No, I don't have access to my sheet at all.
Yeah, well that's okay. So I'll just like update you as to what options you have, that kind of thing. Alright, so a 5. Now in this game, a 7 or better is considered a success, or a hit, as they call it. 7 to 9 is a normal hit.
Literally impossible.
Yeah.
It was literally impossible for me to succeed.
Not really. 7 to 9 you could have gotten that. 10 to 12 you could have gotten that as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
so,
right. I could have. I don't know.
So, but it's not a bad thing. So, since you failed your roll, you get what is called potential, which is your experience. So everyone else, if you look on your character sheets, you see there's 5 checkboxes under potential. Think of that as your experience. So I'm going to mark off Onyx's potential for him, and the use of that is that when you fill up that potential, you get to choose new moves and you get advancements. So it's actually a good thing in that you don't succeed on your roll, but you do get something out of it. If you had succeeded on assess the situation, just as it says in the description, on a 7 to 9, you get to ask one question of me, which I have to answer truthfully. On a 10, you ask 2 questions. The questions are, what hair can I use to blank? What hair is the biggest threat? What hair is the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? And how could we best end this quickly? But in this particular instance, you don't get to ask the questions, but in any case, this isn't a critical juncture. I'm just going to give you some information about her. Because this is stuff that you would recognize. I mean, you're not stupid, you're a person, so you'd see certain things. One, she does have that look that says she's probably a descendant of the Native American population. So you may or may not be wondering whether she's from that reservation. You know you have never seen her before, so she may not recognize you as Mike? What name did he give me? Yeah, so she may not recognize you as Marcus. So that's just some stuff for you to keep in mind. So so while you're taking that in, she gets up, she dusts off her clothes a little bit, grabs her books, and she says to you, so I hear you're calling yourself Soul just now.
Sorry, miss? I'm calling myself Marcus. That's why I just told my name. My name is Marcus.
And she just shakes her, and she just shakes her head and she says, be careful, Marcus. You never know what you could bump into. And she just walks away.
Okay. People you run into in this town. Did she take all of her books with her?
Yeah, she took all her books. Her books are like classes. It's books for classes that you get at the community center and so on. The idea is that she came to the city to further her education and kind of, you know, increase her distance from your reservation as well. You know, she seems like someone who has aspirations. Some of the books are a little advanced for what her age seems that she should be at. She should be studying. So she looks like someone who's, you know, driven to build her own life. Alright, so yeah, so you're not that far from the park, and
hold up, time out. My thing just went off on me.
yeah. So meanwhile, you other guys at the park, you know, what kind of music is it? What kind of music did you guys decide on? Is it like Streamo or rhythm and blues?
It's R and Screamo.
R and Screamo. I like that. So the music is starting to build up. You know, they've started with one of the slower songs to build the set, and then getting in there. Speakers are a bit loud, but it's open air, so it's not making your ears bleed, and everyone seems to be having fun, kind of. Outsider is still poking around in the X-ray.
It's really cool seeing how, like, randomly it seems to go off and different people it doesn't like. For some reason, these people give deference to what this arc has to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of cool. The mic is there. Karma, I'm assuming that you would have reached by now? Do you meet up with these guys, or are you just at the back of the crowd, or?
I was gonna say earlier, never mind. Yeah, sure. I guess I'm walking through the X-ray thing now. The arch thing.
Cool. So do you guys, so do you say hi to each other? I want to get a sense for, like, how strongly you guys communicate with each other.
See, do I know that he's there?
Well, this is
I guess
I'm not hiding.
Oh, okay.
So this is after that incident where you guys all fought the thing and you know, defeated the.
Are we a team now?
Yes, you are.
Are we officially a team now? Okay. Have we had any adventures since that incident?
I'm going to say no.
Like, get this.
You see, what happens is usually how our team came together. Usually, what people pick for that is something which is unconnected to each other's backgrounds. It'll be something else. But not you guys. You guys went a bit rogue, so I'm gonna have to kind of stick to that storyline for a little bit anyway. So this is not too long after that, and that is the incident that brought you guys together.
Hey, we didn't go rogue. We went on the road you took us.
Oh no, you could have answered anything to those questions. All right. So I'm assuming that you are here as well, right?
Me?
Yeah. So you've got
Yeah, I was on the way to a concert, right? Yeah. I was on the way to a concert. I ran into some chick,
Yeah.
literally,
So everyone,
and I hope to pick her stuff back up.
All right, cool. So everyone's there, and everyone's watching the show.
I wanna talk to Rayak and I'm gonna pull him to the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Watching all the weird people, all the weird stuff here. You have these arcs that get to tell who gets to go through or not.
Actually, that's a metal detector.
Then why does it matter if you have metal?
People use it as a weapon sometimes.
You can use anything as a weapon. Why would metal be any different?
Alright, what? Sorry, hold on.
What is he wearing right now? What are you wearing right now?
What are you wearing? just for your information, guys, like you see on your sheets there's something called team moves. Usually in conversation you'd use that as an opportunity to do team moves if you want. So for instance, if the outsider, I guess
Team moves, team mechanics.
the outsider, team moves. When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, take influence over them. When you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, and they tell you what you should do to fit in more, you can take +1 forward to do it and mark potential if you do. So there's little things like that that you can take into consideration when you're having your conversations with each other.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking what, like, are you wearing your normal clothes? Like, are you trying to blend in at all?
I assume this is pretty much only a few weeks or so after
Yeah,
our initial introduction, so he's probably still wearing his trademark big hat,
yeah,
metal buckle on top of it, and all that.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he'd probably get away
But he had
with
no
it.
idea why in the beginning.
Yeah, he'd probably get away
Okay,
with it
so-
in this particular setting because it's a rock show, so people dress weird. But yeah, you will be right to warn him. So how does that conversation continue?
So I'm taking off my tailcoat, I guess,
Yeah.
and I'm handing it over.
Here. Why don't you wear this for tonight? And probably take off that hat. My tailcoat has a hood. Should be able to wear that, right?
Yes. So I basically kind of just press the hat so it disappears, and put on the hoodie and then throw that on. Weird ways because it's not used to it.
All right. Well, I'll it wasn't complicated, but I'll go ahead and you can mark 1 potential for that. So that's one of the ways to advance really quickly. You know, always keep an eye out for team moves.
So, you wanna walk in?
But what do I do about this knife? And then I hold up the knife I'm holding.
Oh my god.
Just hand that over.
I hand it to Karma.
Alright, thank you. I'm gonna hide it for now.
Oh, do you have any particular thing that lets you hide it?
I'll give it back.
You'll give it
It's
back.
not made of metal. It's technical. But, you know, you said something that apparently this thing doesn't like weapons, so...
Right. I'm using... what powers do I have for this? Okay, I'm gonna use, I guess, superhuman speed. My speed to, like, just throw it up. Or throw it to the side, and then catch it after.
Oh, okay.
To
You
go
don't,
through...
you don't have to make a rule for that. You only rule for those kind of things if it's something that's uncertain. Or like
Yeah.
if somebody else is competing with you for the outcome, that kind of thing. Something simple like that, yeah, you have superhuman strength and speed, so it's nothing for you to toss a knife up in the air. You crazy person.
Well,
That's
wait. You're trying
hopefully-
to toss it. You're trying to toss it over the metal detector, right?
No, to
And
the
catch it on
side.
the other side.
To the side.
Okay.
Yeah. And then catch it on the other side after I go through.
Alright.
Okay, but you are trying to circumvent the metal detector, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mike McLeod, do you see that going on?
Yes, sir. So I guess I'm going to
Yeah.
move away from the middle of the crowd to the side, where I'm not so surrounded by people.
Alright. But you did see where the knife went, right?
Pardon me?
So you saw where he threw the knife?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna ask you to give me make a move to assess the situation, because I wanna see if you notice something else.
I was hoping I was gonna catch it after I throw it. That's
Oh, you mean like speed
You didn't
through
just
the...
want to throw a knife into the crowd?
yeah. No, I wasn't just gonna throw a knife into the crowd. Like I wasn't about to kill someone.
Yeah, there. Think about it like this. You look at the metal detector. He's throwing it so that it goes over the metal detector, going through and catching it so that he doesn't set off the metal detector,
It's like if he's playing tennis with himself.
and nobody notices.
Yeah, I do understand that. But I do the knife isn't what you guys are going to have to worry about in a second. So I want to see if Mike McLeod notices a particular thing. So what
Do I
Mike,
have a situational bonus or penalty?
Not really, no. To assess the situation, you just roll plus. I can give you a +1 on that because you said that you were kind of scanning the crowd. But
Okay,
this
so that's an 11.
isn't coming from the crowd, by the way. Assess the situation is plus superior.
Okay. Yeah, so I just rolled and I got a 10.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
You can
you
actually
said
press
you
it
get a
in
plus
the
one?
in roll 20. You can actually click on it there. The button right next to superior lets you roll. For that
Yeah, I did.
roll.
It came up in.
Oh yeah, there we go. Great. So I'm gonna describe what you see, because
Okay.
as this knife kind of arcs a little bit high up in the air, and as you track the path of it, you see something happening off in the distance. On one of the buildings near the park, there's like some flashes of light. Not flashes of light. There's little flares of light, and you can see one or two things flying around. And what you do realize is that there are two superpowered beings fighting up there.
Two what?
Superpowered beings fighting up there. Since you've got a
Can I
10,
rec-
I'll start you off by saying that one is a hero, one is a villain.
Okay.
So how
Technically,
about...
it's an 11 because I get a +1.
Yeah, no problem at all. So what you can do, assess the situation lets you ask me 2 questions on a 10 plus. Is it 2? I thought it was 3.
2 questions. Okay. 2 questions about the people fighting.
Yeah, or well, anything you want really. But I'm going to
So-
assume that that's what's going to be of interest for to you.
Okay.
Because how the situation is that there's the park. It's bounded on one side by a main street, and on the other side of that main street is buildings. So they're pretty close.
Okay. Does it look like they're going to put the crowd in danger, or like people in danger?
Right, so out of the questions there that they give you the option to ask, I'm going to post it in Discord so that you'll see what it is. So that Mike will see what it is. Right, so those are questions that you have the option to ask. But it's pretty much the same question there that says what here is in the greatest danger. So yes, there is a chance, because they are fighting on top of a tall building that's probably about 14 stories high, that is right beside the park. there's a chance that some of their fight will kind of spill into the park. If
Okay.
it goes flying off the edge of the roof, which they are fighting on, it'll land by you guys.
It's doing it right now, or it has the potential for it?
Has the potential to.
Okay. Second question is, how do we best end this?
But my answers to that question will usually be just an option, which you need not necessarily follow or be practically able to follow right now. You could stop them from fighting or end the fight.
Okay.
So
Does everybody in that group that we met on that night have the communicators?
yeah, I'll say that you guys do have the communicators.
Okay. I'm going to duck out of the concert. And kind of as I'm running through the I forget what they're called, where the people come out, hockey players come out of them, to go on the ice. I
The
forget what they're
tunnels.
called. The tunnels, right. I hit the communicator and I don't know if it's like you talk or it's like a pager or what the deal is. Is it like a
Just the phone you text us.
So it's, yeah, I'm gonna say that it's a pretty sophisticated communicator. I mean, it is you and your dad's
Okay.
specialty, so you guys could cook up
So
something
I'll just-
pretty amazing.
Speak into it and say, looks like there's trouble at the concert, whatever concert we're at. Meet me, across the river on the street. Or something like that. Somewhere around there.
All right.
We got you. Not a problem. By the way, I should mention, saw a real girl today. Call me by my hero name. On my way to you.
All right. So so here's what's gonna happen. You guys are going to try to rush over there. So I want to get an idea of who are the last to leave to leave the park and leave the concert.
I guess us two, Rag and I.
All right.
Probably, because I'm betting someone from the. Because I haven't been very quiet about weapon and knife, so I'm probably talking to one of the security guards.
All right. So Karma and
So-
Rayak, you guys are still at the concert. Why do I keep stumbling over that word?
How far is the meeting point from where the party is? Not too far?
It'll probably be just like 10 feet. I don't know. You guys would probably, the actual security arch entrance will probably not be on the street itself. So 10 feet plus, I don't know, 15 feet with some crowd control railing and that kind of thing. So what's gonna happen is that since Mike came in late, he'll probably be quickest to where. Well, since Onyx came in late, he'll probably be quickest to where Mike is heading to meet up. So Mike and Onyx will probably be there first. Karma and Big Hat, you guys will still be in the concert. And what's going to happen there, as you guys are moving or looking to move or not moving, is that you're going to see the villain make a move. Now, what the villain is going to be a little difficult to tell exactly, but with that great roll that you did, he's a magma style villain.
Is it what?
Magma.
Yeah. Right, so he's a dark humanoid figure with cracks all over his body glowing red from red lava. And one of his attacks is that he throws something really, really huge that has a similar appearance at the hero. The hero is someone called Del Toro. You guys will have heard of him. You kind of are aware of who he is, but you don't know much about him because he's not one of the more glamorous heroes. He's well, Del Toro, the bull, someone to more directly engage than to fight from afar. So he, first off, he's gonna take a glancing hit, but the main thing that concerns you is that that ball of magma goes off the edge of the building and it lands in the park, right in front of the stage. It's a huge ball of magma. It's probably about, let's say, 7 feet high. And it lands where
anybody
Karma
do
and
anything
Big Hat
about
can
that?
see it.
Are
And
we
as-
all there already?
Yeah.
Do we see that?
Yeah, you guys see it. And as you
Oh,
look,
okay.
the ball of magma breaks apart and begins to take form. And it takes the form of a dog.
A
A
what?
dog?
Yeah, a hound, a mutt. It's magma guy's pet.
Hey. Hey, listen. Dog park's down the street. And you're gonna need a leash for that thing.
Rack, trade you for my coat with your knife.
The hero at the top of the building, that building is 14 stories tall. There's one right next to it that's about 4 stories tall. It's like an old fire station. You know, like
Can
one
I,
of those historically kept.
Can I ask for a
Style
little bit of a
costume.
clarification on my powers? Do
Yeah.
I have anything right now? Like, have I made something yet? Or am I
Yeah.
just some jerk?
You have been training under your dad for years. You always have like little gadgets with you.
Okay.
I'm assuming, what I had assumed is that you kind of have gotten the knack of disguising them. So like you'll have a, well, people don't use Walkman anymore. You'll have like an MP3 player that's actually something else. You'll have a watch, a cell phone,
Okay.
kind of a...
Yep, no, that's cool.
Yeah. So you'd have your things with you. In terms of your costume,
Well, my costume's pretty much just black leather trench coat with like a black ski mask.
right, so
Okay.
you have something that you can probably just switch out. I'm not going to give you guys too much of a headache in terms of switching, at least not yet. Alright, so as the magma hound lands in the park, Onyx and
Can I throw an ice grenade at him?
you can, but I
Or
just
like
want to let you know what else
cryo or
is happening.
something?
So the building that they were fighting on is 14 stories tall, and right next to it is one that's about 4 stories. And the glancing blow that the hero took, it hit him really hard, and he falls from the 14 story down to the roof of the 4-story one. And the magma guy, his name is Magmar, but I know you probably wouldn't have picked that up from pronunciation.
Magmar?
Magmar.
Yeah,
You mean
So-
the Pokemon?
yeah. So he leaps off the top of the building. He leaps off the top of the building down towards where Del Toro has landed and is about to try and finish him off. So you guys have 2 things going on.
Are we really far away from them?
No, you guys are probably within sight.
With insight. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm able to.
Alright, team, real quick. Who else is a flyer?
Me.
I can make people fly.
So we can all. Okay, so all of us can fly. I can fly. He can fly, and she can make people fly.
I think we have fire dogs on the ground.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna put up a shield, try to separate that fire dog from these people. Who wants to go up there and help that bull boy?
I got it.
I mean, I got it.
Okay, 2 flyers probably, and I'll stay down and help.
Alright, so I take my shield and I spread it a good 10 feet across and a good 10 feet high. This is good enough to make a bright light that catches everybody's attention. Hopefully, I'm going to turn around and tell them all to run. At this thickness, I don't know if it's going to have the strength to actually stop this dog. How big is the dog, by the way?
Well, by the time the ball unfolds, it's probably about, let's say, 4 feet. It probably weighs.
Oh, 4 feet?
Yeah, it probably weighs a little bit more than you because it's stocky and, well, of course it's rock and molten rock. So it's
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to make it. In that case, I'm just going to make the shield wall go 6 feet by 10 feet instead of 10 feet by 10 feet.
all right.
I'll
Cool.
give it a little bit more thickness.
All right, so no problem at all. I'm just looking at your sheet exactly. What abilities did you choose?
I choose the magic armor and magic weapons, and I'm actually taking my magical armor and spreading it so that it can make a wall. That's what I asked you before when we first wrote it up.
Oh, okay. Let me just take a look at what it looks like. Because,
So think of it kind of like how Green Lantern uses his powers. That's kind of what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. All right. So let me just see if that lets you do that. I kind of have an idea of how I would have dealt with that if it was doomed or beacon or something. I'm not as familiar with legacy in terms of that. How about if we say, okay, magic weaponry. It's divine armor and magic weaponry. If it was like psychic constructs or magical constructs, I think it's something you could have extended. However, what I can tell you is that since you have shadow control, you can make a wall of shadow. Solid shadow.
That's kind of a hidden power that I wasn't using. So that wouldn't work.
Right.
Wouldn't psychic be like force field generation sort of thing?
Yeah, because divine armor will protect you. It
Yeah, but remember, man, I asked you about this last week.
If that's the case, I'll switch.
Yeah, but I asked you about this. I asked you about this last week, though, Darren. I asked you if I could take my divine armor, my magic armor, and kind of, spread it to protect other people. All right.
I will allow that, but you would have to like be near the person you're protecting to extend the shield from yourself to them. So if you're using the shield,
Yeah, but you remember
as
the
a
scenario.
barrier for
But you
the
remember.
dog, that's a little different.
But remember, we were talking before about if somebody was falling off a building, I would extend my armor to catch them. I was figured this was like kind of the same deal, but that doesn't really matter.
What can I do for you there, boy?
All right. Well,
Yeah, what can
we
I
didn't
do
really
for you?
describe what my magic weapons are. So
Yeah, there's
what
a lot
I'll
of
do
details I didn't go
is,
into with you.
so what we'll do is, I will use. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say we should just switch. I can put up a force field instead with
Yeah.
psychic constructs.
Yeah,
All right.
because that's kind of a
in that
factor as
case-
well. You guys have to like learn how your powers complement each other. So that's why there are certain things that one person won't be able to do and another person will.
All right. Well, in that case, though, I don't need the divine armor if I can't use it to protect other people.
Okay.
So what are my choices for powers again?
Of the 10 that I let you choose from, you have divine armor, magic weaponry, mythic might, legendary speed, godlike beauty. That's one group. The other group was shadow control, shadow portals, mind clouding, shadow cloak, stealth, and shadow senses.
All right. Well, I'm still flying towards the guy. Yeah, I'm still flying towards the guy to try to help him up there.
Alright, cool.
I'm basically riding on a sunbeam. up
Yeah.
to where the guy is.
Yeah, that's good. And Ektar is with you?
No, I'm going to stay on the ground. I
Right.
think he and Zen are. Is that your guy's name? Zenair?
Big Hat's over flying there basically with his form of flights more or less using his pyrokinetic fire magery to more or
Yeah.
less have rocket kind of underneath him.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay, but who's got the shield?
I do. I got it.
Okay, so he's coming down with me, and Mike is going up with Big Hat.
cool. Excellent. So let's look at the dog first. So you say you want to throw up a shield at it? And the idea is
Yeah.
so the idea is
Alright.
to contain it.
I want it so, or actually, yeah, I want to contain. Is it only just
One dog?
Yeah, it's one dog. It's a pretty
Okay,
big
yeah.
dog,
I
but
want
it's
it.
one dog.
Yeah, I want it to. I want my psychic construct to cover it completely.
Alright, no problem at all. So what you're going to do is you're going to directly engage. Directly engage a threat. Now this could be taken a number of ways, as most things. Like for instance, we could have said unleash your powers. But since
I might
yeah,
actually do that instead because I was thinking, if we're close to the river,
yeah.
I want it to direct down the river. Like if I could control its trajectory.
Oh, well, it has landed already. So
has it?
you'd have, yeah.
I thought it was still in.
It was a ball of magma. The ball of magma landed and then split apart as this thing kind of unfolded from the ball and stood up and shook itself off and you realized it was a dog.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'm still covering the dog.
Alright. So go ahead, unleash your powers. The roll for that, there you go. 6, a miss. So what's gonna happen is that you will mark potential. So you guys always remember that.
Did it?
Yeah, you guys mark potential anytime you get a miss, which is good. So you
Can
throw
I
up-
try to shoot at them?
Well, you do throw up the shield. The shield does go up into place, but then it charges at the shield. It kind of gets on its haunches and then takes off at a run and then charges right through the shield and shield breaks.
My bad.
It is going to want to take a swipe at you, but Ektar just said you were going to do something.
Yes, I'm going to try to shoot it with my guns. I have guns that shoot magic bolts.
Okay, so what kind of bolts are you looking at? You mentioned ice.
No, no, these are just going to be like force bolts, like
Okay,
kind of like
So what-
Cyclops'
yeah.
eyebrows.
So what I'm going to suggest is that that sounds to me like you're trying to defend karma. So you can probably
Okay.
roll the move to defend someone.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I got a 7. Do I have any bonuses? I said no, but I
No. Bonuses you'll get, like for instance. Oh, I did not talk to you guys about team. You guys started with one team. The reason why I did not talk to you guys about team is because the team is split at this point in time into 2 factions. So we'll talk about team later on. That is one of the ways that you can get a bonus. Someone can help you do the action, and by helping you do the action, they actually give you a point to your roll. So it's similar to advantage in D&D.
How close do you have to be for the team to be considered to be together?
You have to have a unified purpose. So where half is concerned with the dog and the other half is concerned with the Del Toro, you guys are split. So you do hit.
Okay.
So if we're ever fighting more than one creature, will be considered to be split?
No, depends on the situation. These are 2 creatures that are in 2 different places, and you guys have to actually like literally split up to deal with that. If it's one-on-one enemy, but it's the same basic scene, same place, that still counts as being a unified team.
So there's a distance,
Yeah.
but you don't know what it is.
The
All right.
distance is, what park do you guys have? It's like, you know how New York will have Central Park? There's a park in the city, one of many. So they are in
Yeah, I
the
thought
area of
they-
the park, and you guys are headed towards one of the buildings that line the park.
Okay. So we're not close enough to hear each other unless
you
we
have-
spoke through our communicators,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so for defend on a 7 to 9, it costs you. You either have to expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
What does escalate the situation mean?
On a hit, you keep them safe and choose 1. On a 7 to 9. You also do get to choose 1. You can either add a team to the pool, you can take influence over someone you protect, or you can clear a condition. You don't have
What
any
does,
you
what
don't
does
have-
take
sorry.
influence mean?
Yeah, so since you're protecting Karma, you can take influence over her.
What does that mean, though?
It has an effect.
You can tell me to do something, I think.
Yeah, you can there are about 3 ways that you can use influence. Any move that you do that is directed at her, you get a +1 to do that.
Okay.
So if you had influence on her when you were going to defend her, then you would have gotten a +1, which you will get from
Okay.
now on because you now have influence over her.
And my other option would be to put myself in danger.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah. Which one would you prefer?
Not to be put in danger.
To escalate the situation. Alright, so you do fire off the weapon. The bolts of force hit it, and because of the way it's charging towards Karma, it gets hit in a way that it gets thrown off balance and it rolls sideways. And it rolls nearer to some people that are a little bit slow in terms of scrambling to get away.
Okay. Does that mean I get influence over Karma now?
Yeah, you do. So you do have to make note of that wherever you mark your Karma, your influence.
Okay.
On your sheet, there's a place for it.
How long does that last?
It lasts. It's
It's
not,
used.
Yeah. Until it's used.
Wait, I didn't
or-
understand the answer. How long does that last?
Till it's used?
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't.
Okay.
There are specific circumstances that make it go away, but those will come up through role playing. All right. So while that is happening, what's going on with you guys and Del Toro and Magma?
All right. So before we go any further, I still want to use my armor to protect people. How do you feel about being able to segment off and control my armor to go in front of someone? Like I could take off a breastplate and it'll leave a breastplate size chunk of armor in front of somebody to take a blow.
I don't think that should be a problem. But what kind of distance are you looking at? What area of effect, I should say?
No, I said literally whatever size. I'm just like my armor's covered in sun armor. So if I take something that's the size of my breastplate, that's the size that I'm sending over in front of someone. So when I talk about me being able to cover an area like a force field would, we're just talking about me taking segments of my armor and being able to place it in front of someone else.
Yeah, that's fine. But you'd
Are
have
you
to be,
sure?
You'd have to be standing how close to this person?
That's up to you.
Let's say 10 feet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that could work.
Are you sure now?
Yes, I'm sure. You see, if you want to have a force that you can extend and manipulate, you'd want something like the delinquent has psychic constructs, and so does the doomed. And I think there are a couple of other playbooks that allow you to do that specifically. So if it was one of those, it wouldn't have been a problem. But the legacy is more about internalized ability. So you see that there's a lot of super speed, there's a lot of super strength, there's might. The divine armor was supposed to be a form of invulnerability, where you don't have to worry about bullets striking you, that kind of thing. So it was put forward as more of a defensive thing for you, but I don't mind extending the definition of that.
All right. So, I guess as Magmar is trying to punch El Del Toro, I toss my helmet in front of Del Toro so that Magmar punches the fist of my helmet instead.
Alright, cool. So that would be defend. So you roll to defend someone. And that is Savior, I think.
There's what?
Right, so you have a Savior of 3. So you will be rolling 2d6
Okay.
plus 3. Which is good. 3 is the maximum you can have. You can have a maximum of 3 or a minimum of -2. 8, excellent. So what happens is on an 8 for defend someone, same thing as for Ector. You do it, but it does cost you. You either expose yourself to danger or you escalate the situation.
Alright. Well, since the armor is literally a part of me, when I sent it over there, I must not have sent it over there with enough energy to completely blast this thing back, so I guess it puts me into danger.
Right, because you'll be without a helmet for a little bit. You also do get the option to add a team to the pool, or take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
We don't have any conditions.
Well,
Is it add a team to the pool?
yeah. Now, team is a point. There's a pool of points, and those points are called team. So, for instance...
Alright, so I guess...
Yeah?
I was going to say, I guess I'll add a...
You can
the
add a team
points
to the
do?
pool. I will say
What
that...
was that?
I will say that only Big Hat and you can use that team, because this is your situation on the roof.
Alright, cool. So I'll add a team to the pool,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, yo, Big, this thing punched almost right through my helmet. Be careful.
Yeah. Excellent. So, Big, what do you do?
And just to answer 14 points, they give you can spend them to get +1 on your roll. So like right now, if Big Cat needed to, they were gonna need to increase his roll, he could spend that 1 T point that we just got to give the roll 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it does have to be done by someone assisting you. So like if Big Hat is about to do something, and if you can help with that something, your helping will take a team from the pool and add it to his roll.
Okay.
Right, so Magma is pretty furious, by the way.
Right. I think Big Hat's gonna, while this is going on, Big Hat's gonna try and just provoke and distract Magmar then.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both, more or less fire type,
Yeah.
so it's a good matchup.
Yeah. So
Guy.
yeah. So what do you say to him? Or what do you do?
I'm just gonna provoke him. I'm just gonna basically, question his magma. State he's actually, his mother was a sediment, something along those lines.
Alright, so now we have an interesting situation. Magma kind of stops for a second and he looks directly at you. Because you're in your full big hat uniform and that kind of thing. And you realize that he recognizes you. He doesn't recognize you yourself, but there's no mistaking that outfit for him. And he growls and he screams. He calls you a name that it had it. I had it written down. It's Illu. Yeah, it's Illumati. Right?
Mati.
Yeah. Mike, you realize that this is it sounds like a name. It sounds like a traditional name from the reservation that you would know about, which Big Hat probably won't know about at this point in time.
Wait, Illuminati?
No, Illumati.
Okay, okay.
All right.
That's
He
inaccurate, technically.
Oh, great. You know what? Great. So not only was this guy made of magma, he's one of those crazy conspiracy theorists, too?
he is going to attack you. He's going to scream at you and he's going to attack you. So you are going to have to roll to take a powerful blow. So what that means is you roll to determine what happens. Yeah.
Someone first. It sounds like I automatically succeeded, but
Oh yeah, I thought you had to roll superior.
For the provoke? No, this provoke is automatic. Because of
those bonuses before I get punched in the face then?
because of the fact that he knows that he recognizes you, the provoke automatically succeeds. This is a plot point, guys. Come on, I don't have to spell this out for you.
I agree. What I'm saying is, like, does that count like as a 10 or a 7 to 9? Because like trying to provoke him,
no, well, what happens?
I could add to the team pool.
When you
That's
roll,
all I'm asking.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll for that, and we'll do whatever the result is.
Okay, so this is provoke. And then I get to try this new system. Yay! Character sheet. Roll superior.
Yeah.
Situational. Full hit!
Alright, excellent. So for NPCs, they rise to the bait and they do what you want. Which of course is gonna happen.
So I think I'm gonna say, because it sounds like they overreact, so I have influence. So, because clearly he's already hating me, so somehow I'm influencing him. As for what that does, I have no idea.
On a 7 to 9 was where I could have chosen something other than what you wanted. But for a full hit, they do exactly what you want down to the letter. So he's definitely distracted. Both for narrative reasons and for your role.
So that works. So now I'm his full undivided attention, and now I have to take a powerful blow, right?
Yeah. So what taking a powerful blow is not an automatic thing. It doesn't mean you automatically get hit. It is a roll to see what happens when a powerful blow is directed at you. So you're not automatically going to get smashed. I will tell you, however, that in rolling to take a powerful blow, you want to roll really low.
Okay.
Hey, I
good.
have a power that lets me take powerful blows. Is there any way I can help him?
Describe it to me. Let's see how it fits in.
Okay, I mean, obviously, if I see this thing charging at him, I was just gonna ball myself up and kind of go in front of him to take the punch because I have the big armor. He has armor too. You don't have armor, do you? Okay, so I was just gonna kind of cross my arms Goku style and try to go in front of a punch, put the full power of my armor in front of it. So I'm not taking any armor off. I'm literally flying right in front of him.
That's good. Roll your defend.
What's that plus? Because I actually have a power for taking a powerful blow. Do you see it?
Let me see on your sheet. You are speaking of I know what I am. Did you select
Is that what it is?
Because I think the ones you selected were fight the good fight and never give up, never
Fight the
surrender.
good. Yeah, never give up, never surrender. That's what I'm talking about. Because I don't know who I am. Like, that's kind of like my major issue.
Alright, so the power, the move that says I know what I am, the description of that is
No, I don't have a.
once per scene when
I
you
don't have
defend a teammate,
But I don't.
right?
Oh shoot! But I don't have. I know what I am.
Yeah. So the one never give up, never surrender is when you take a powerful blow.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
literally. Didn't. Go ahead.
you take a powerful blow. Okay, from someone. So you're using never give up, never surrender.
Yeah.
Right.
You take a powerful blow from someone with far greater power than you. I don't think you can take the blow for me, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because what you are doing would be defend. You aren't taking a powerful blow yourself.
Okay.
But
Well, I
defend is
can't really
still-
change that
yeah.
to I know who. I can't really change that to know I know who I am because I'm literally denying half of my powers. So I would go as far to say that I frankly don't know who I am.
Well, that may come up later on. So, go ahead and roll your defend.
D6 plus the conditions. I have 0 conditions, so it's just a flat 2d6 roll.
Yeah.
So here goes. These submit. I got a 9. That's not a good thing to have.
Alright. So on a 9, right, on a 9, the legacy soldiers, you rush in Goku style, exactly like in the new movie that's gonna come out. Arms crossed, feet planted, and the blow lands and you stop it. But you are missing part of your armor. And even though it's the helmet,
I'm missing my helmet.
yeah, even though it's the helmet, the blow does kind of jar you enough that for a second you see a few stars. You are going to have to choose one of these things. I'm going to copy and paste it in Discord for you. On a 7 to 9, you have to choose one of these things. Control copy. And so which one of those sounds like something soldiers would do?
Shoot.
This, or is Soul just choosing this?
Soldiers. No, wait, sorry, my mistake. I had to take a powerful blow up. Defend. Let me just check defend. Come on, click. Yeah, because I realized that was right. Okay, yeah. So your options are a lot less threatening. You can add a team to the pool. You can take over, take influence over someone you protect, or you can clear a condition.
Alright, I'll add to the pool again.
Alright, cool. So the pool has 2. Save changes. Alright, so what's, yeah, so You do stop the blow. And for a moment, Magma is just standing there, his fist still in contact with your crossed forearms. But he's not looking at you. He's looking directly at Big Hat. Right? And he says to you, you think you're... Well, when he says you, he's not saying you, specifically you. He's talking about your people. Right? And he says, you think you're so much better than us. You don't even consider what real life and real existence is. You will
Well, the only thing
you
I
will
consider
never
right now. Oh,
transgress.
you still talking?
Yeah. You will never be allowed to transgress against us again. We are going to make things right.
So you're making things right by dropping fire dogs on people and punching heroes in the buildings.
Yeah. At this point, Del Toro kind of gets to his feet and he's a little bit groggy. But let's go back to the dog. The dog gets dropped into his feet, and it's beginning to pay attention to the people that are trying to get away. Karma and Hector. You guys are up.
Right. So, I guess I'm putting up, like, not like, I want to say I want to put up a wall that's just, so it's just me, the dog, and, Ektar.
Okay,
bubble?
great.
Yeah, like a bubble.
Alright, great. Should I make you roll for that? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and put an unleash your powers. So you roll freak. Let's see how well that you can put the wall together. Right, so you do it, no problem at all. The wall is in place, and the dog tries to snap at some of the nearer persons, but it's like a fish trying to swim out of the aquarium and hitting glass. There's this little thud.
I'm going to toss a
yeah.
cryo grenade at it now.
Excellent. So that's directly engage a threat.
You want a grenade thrower? Grenade launcher. I can make one.
Ooh. Let me pull that up and see exactly what that entails. Alright, so when you directly engage a threat, roll plus danger. On a hit, trade blows. On a 10 plus, pick 2 from 7 to 9. So you don't get to do any of those things, and the dog does get to do something. Which of you is closer to the dog? Because
I
he's
thought we
gonna
were kind of side by side, so
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna attack whoever is closer, or whoever. I think he's probably gonna attack you, provided he saw that you were the one that threw the
Me?
grenade. Yeah, so he's gonna attack you. So you are gonna have to roll to take a powerful blow. It's a swipe with his paws. It's not exactly that he's trying to cut you with sharp claws. It's when he swings his hand, there's a blast of heat.
do I get a bonus or anything? The box just keeps popping up, that's all.
Usually there won't be a bonus unless like someone's trying to help you, or if I give you if I give you a bonus, I'll tell you. But what I'll do, I'll give you. No, you guys. Yeah, you probably won't get a bonus here. Even if I said Oren could probably help you deal with it. You guys are in an enclosed space, So that's going
Right.
to make it more difficult. So it's kind of evens out to 0.
No, yeah. Okay.
No, that's good.
So every one of these misses gives me potential.
Potential, yes. So that's 2 potential there
Something.
I'm looking at. Which will allow you to
Oh.
take more moves later.
No, I want to
Yeah.
try something, but I think the dog still gets a turn, right?
Yeah, the dog gets a turn. Generally speaking, your opposition gets a turn when you miss. So that's one of the
Yeah.
things about this game. I don't have to roll. It's only when you miss that the villains get to do something. And so like even if they attack you, you guys are the ones that roll. So in take a powerful blow, if you guys look at the description, you'll see that that is the only move where it is a good thing to roll low.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So that means you do get to mark potential, which is good, and you don't have to choose anything from the 7 to 9 list or from the 10 plus list. So nothing really happens. On a miss, you stand strong, mark potential as normal, and see how you weather the blow.
Oh, okay. I have this move called "Been Reading the Files." It's a passive move,
Yeah.
and I first encounter an important superpowered phenomenon. I
Right.
roll superior. Does that apply here?
Well, you have already made a roll and you have already succeeded on your roll. So there's no real need to make another one. Let me just take a look at your sheet real quick to see if there's any way you can use it.
We can just wait until I encounter another guy. I was just trying to figure out how exactly things work.
Ah, yes. You can do that, actually. So because here's the thing. I do agree that it applies in this situation because Paneas, you said was your father's name?
Phineas.
Yeah. So Paneas and yourself, well, even though you have the super speed, I think Paneas probably doesn't have as much super ability as you.
I have magic instead of super speed.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. So, but Paneas would have done the Batman thing, where he compiles information and strategies for dealing
Yes.
with supers. So
Yep.
a magma monster, he would have something prepared for that because he himself is just mostly human powered, not superhuman powered.
Right.
Yeah. So he would have contingencies. So been reading the files, you have been looking up, you have some idea of what needs to happen here. If you
Okay,
have an
so
idea,
what was-
yeah. So if you have an idea for how to stop it, you can have a conversation or just let your teammate know. If there's anything that is different, I'll tell you. But let me see what you come up with.
Alright. I do have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
10 plus. It's not me.
No, on a
Tell the
hit.
team one important detail you've learned from your studies. The
Yeah.
GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember.
Yeah. All right. So what idea do you have? You have
Sorry, can you say that again?
What idea do you have? You have a dog made of lava. What do you recall
Right.
about fighting something like that?
Is there anything like special about this one? Anything that pops out at me?
I will give you a bit of information here. Aside from having general information on how to fight lava-based enemies, your father would have had some notes that the lava-based enemies that he has come across or heard of in this area especially have been of arcane origin, but they do
Arcane
function
okay.
as basically just living magma.
So there's no like souls or anything like that.
It is alive.
But it's living.
Yeah, it is alive. It is sentient. It did not come from this plane of existence.
Okay.
Can I try to throw another cryo grenade at it?
Yeah, you can because
I now have
took his
two
powerful
ideas.
blow, and you guys can.
Is it not even my turn anymore?
Yeah, you see, initiative. There isn't initiative in this game. It works based on the flow of narrative. So, like for instance, you guys can do a combined move, or if one of you wants to go first, let your teammate know. It's kind of according to what the situation is. Everybody does get a turn, but in terms of who goes first, is a little bit flexible. You did succeed, so the dog isn't going to do anything right away. So you guys can do one thing each.
Okay. What? And I'm asking Karma's this, or I don't know if this is going to work out right. What exactly do you have for powers that we can complement each other?
I have two things I can do. One, because if it's a living being, I can absorb its life with my vitality absorption. Second thing, I have speed. If it's fire, I can run around it, make a vacuum, probably put out the fire, just make it a stone.
Cool.
Okay. Well, that doesn't really go along with anything. Right?
Well, what did you have in mind? You guys can probably do.
Well, I mean, I guess
something.
ice would be the main and most obvious thing to use.
Mhm.
Can I use my magic so that if he's doing a running around the thing, that I can make it cold?
Okay, so like, if I were in your situation, and I were playing, what I would have done is I would have said, while he's running around the thing, let him explode one of your cryo grenades. So that he's running around it with ice cold drafts.
Oh, okay, that'll work too.
Yeah, or I can attach it to him.
Yeah, normally the GM
Yeah.
isn't supposed to give you guys ideas, but that's the idea behind this game. You guys have to define your powers clearly, know what you can and cannot do, and based on that, you use what you have based on the situation that you're in.
Okay.
That's the fun in this game.
So yes, I will give the cryo grenade to Karma and get him to attach it while he's running around. Or I guess it could even be like a mine or some proximity or something.
All right.
Just-
So, roll to directly engage a threat, and you have a +1.
I have a +1.
Yeah, I know you guys didn't add to the team pool here, but the rules do say that I start off by giving you guys 1. So let's say you
Well, I
use that
have-
1. Yeah.
I have influence over him too.
It's okay.
Oh. All right. So you are good. So on a 10 full hit, it works. The dog tries to swipe again at you while you're running around, but something's different. While it's swiping, its paw isn't sheathed in that mass of superheated air and radiant heat from the magma. It's just a dog swinging its paw basically, and it realizes that it's starting to glow less as its surface cools down, because the mist of what's the opposite of plasma? I used to know that, liquid crystal. Yeah, there's a visible mist of as the air begins to freeze and the dog itself begins to dull and slow, and Karma is just running around this thing, and then she All of a sudden, she stops, and she's just standing next to what looks like a really well done scary statue. That's pretty frosty. So you guys have dealt with that
Okay.
situation. And
So it's taken care of? Is it
yeah,
like...
it's taken care of.
Okay.
Just to be sure, I am putting it in the water.
I think you can probably...
And then, I guess with psychic constructs, I'm gonna give myself wings and fly over.
Alright, cool.
I'm going to grapple gun my way up to the 4th floor.
Alright, there you go. You have a grapple gun. So you guys get up there and you see that Del Toro, he's gotten up, shaken some of the cobwebs off. He still looks pretty hurt. He doesn't get to his feet and do a hero stance. He's still a little bit wobbly. The magma has been beating the shit out of this guy. He has invulnerability and strength. He can't fly, he can't do all of them, but what he can do, he does it really well. He charges up, he rushes across the roof, and there's no way near magma. He hits a little structure that's on the roof, and you guys realize that it is a water tank.
It's a what? A water tank?
Yeah, I was describing to you guys that this shorter building is an older building. It's a classically preserved old fire station with the old style fire tender, and sometimes kids do tours here and that kind of thing. So there's a water tank on the roof, and Del Toro has just smashed his fist at one of the struts holding up the water tank, and it's a little wobbly. And so is Del
All right.
Toro, and he falls to his knee.
Hey, well, while he's doing that, I'm punching Magmar in the face.
I'm going to
Excellent.
run over to the tower.
Alright, so you're running over to the tower, you're punching him in the face. What are you other guys doing? I just want to know so I can order this.
I'm flying over.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
All
I'm
right.
already.
So just so that I know what I'm allowed to do, and just to make sure we're on the same page,
Uh-huh.
magic weapon, I can use light and form it into different shapes. I can even make darts with it.
Yeah.
I can make a quarterstaff, a sword, and I can change the thickness and density of it.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it's powered by absorbing solar radiation and absorbing light,
Yeah.
and I was thinking that it's also able to direct and redirect light or redirect thermal energy. So like I could either make things hot or make things cold by taking thermal energy and redirecting it back into my weapon.
Yeah, that's I can see that.
Okay. So what I do is I form my staff into a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
And where Magmar is, I kind of twirl it in a direction so that I'm trying to suck off some of the heat from him. Obviously, I don't do it as well as Karma, but I'm just trying to direct some of the heat off of him.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
But honestly, what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get him closer to a water tank and see if I can kind of sneakily take shadow control over Shadow and hold him still while somebody else tries to topple the water on top of him.
That's not a bad idea. So, this would be either unleashing your powers or directly engaging a threat. What feels most suitable to you?
Well, the main idea is for me to get my shadow control and literally stop this guy from moving. Since the only other person who doesn't know me, who's up here, has a concussion and can't really see anything, I feel okay about trying to unleash my shadow powers to hold Magmar still.
Oh, but so how many of the team are aware that you have shadow powers?
The only person who I told so far is Karma, but I did plan to tell the rest of the team
All
at some
right.
point. And whether they notice or not is irrelevant because they may well not notice because I'm also shining a big, huge light, which is going to create a lot of shadows. They may well not notice that I'm actually grabbing this guy's shadow and keeping him still because he's
Yeah.
not going to know why he's stuck.
I think you have a move for that. What is your team move?
What?
I think you have a move that will give you some benefits with doing that. I just wanted to check and make sure what it is. Oh no, my mistake. That's a Janus. Yeah, the Janus has a move that when he reveals his secret, it gives him certain things. Alright, so let's do Unleash Your Powers.
All right, what's that roll?
So Unleash Your Powers is you're going to roll Freak. However, Legacy,
Ooh.
you have Fight the Good Fight. No, that's not directly engaging a threat. If this feels like directly engaging a threat to you, you can use Fight the Good Fight, which allows you to roll
Alright.
Savior instead of Danger.
All right, because all I want to do is just grab him and hold him.
Yeah. Well, I think that would still be because you're still interacting with him. It's not such an indirect thing. Unleash Your Powers would be if it were a little bit more indirect. Now this move,
Okay.
that you have, your Legacy move, Fight the Good Fight, it allows you to roll your superior instead of your danger. Because ordinarily, when you roll to directly engage a threat, you roll your danger. How much of a danger are you to them? This allows you to roll superior instead. Savior instead, sorry. 1 second, let me just make sure. Savior, yeah.
That sounds
Savior
like what I
instead.
remember.
Right. Which is good for you because your danger is 0, your savior is 3.
It doesn't matter. I roll like shit on this thing.
2d6 plus 3.
Yeah, I rolled it. I got a 6.
But you guys do have.
Would me
team.
punching Magmar in the face at the same time be assisting him?
Yes, I think it would be. So that
Is-
would bump you up to a 7, and it would take the team pool down to 1. Now, if you are assisting him, that is what would count as your action. So you wouldn't like do a separate engage.
That's fine. I was just gonna have a minor conversation while I'm punching him, so that's okay.
Yeah. Alright,
It can go on either way, I figure.
Yeah, which you can do after. That's kind of good because I'm curious to see what's gonna happen there. So you rolled a 7 on directly engage, which lets you. Alright, so on a 7 to 9, you have to pick 1 for directly engage a threat. You either resist or avoid their blows because they are going to hit you back, or they're going to try to attack you. You can take something from them, you can create an opportunity for your allies, or you can impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'll create an opportunity.
Alright, excellent. Oh my god. Sorry.
Hey, that's the guy.
Alright. So
Yeah, I'm literally holding him to create an opportunity, so that's perfect.
Alright, excellent. But he is going to get a shot in at you. So what he's going to
Okay,
do is...
I got armor.
Yeah, you do. And your helmet would have reformed by now, so you're fine. So what he's going to do is that he's going to direct some flame and some blasts of heat at this fan you're creating to try and overwhelm
Okay.
it, to try and overload the system, so to speak. Alright, so you're gonna have to roll now to take a powerful blow to see if you can handle that.
All right. What do I roll for that? Since first I've never retreat, never surrender, or never give up, or you
This
know.
does count
that's whatever
as
it's
a
called.
far superior enemy.
All right. So what do I add to that?
You roll plus savior. So it's 2d6
Okay.
plus 3.
Never actually roll well this time. About time. All right. I got a 10.
Oh, very good. Oh no, not good. Take a powerful blow is the one move where you want to roll low. One second.
Wait, doesn't my never retreat, never surrender do something different on those?
On a hit, you stand strong and choose one. Right, yes. Let me copy it off of your sheet and paste it for you. You have to choose one of those. And you do not mark a condition because you rolled a 10. So you get good stuff. You keep your attacker's attention.
I'm gonna go with the middle one. Rally from the hit,
Inspires the
and
team.
add one to the team pool.
Alright, great. Big hat.
Hey, come on, Stoneface!
Yes.
You're gonna have to bring up the heat a little bit more than that.
Excellent. Alright, Big Hat,
You don't know who you're facing, do you? We're in the Toro fan club, so you hit him, you hit us all.
Speak for yourself, man.
Oh, come on, Karma! Oh, come on, Karma! Why don't you go show this guy what for? Free hits.
Big Hat, you
Trust
said
me,
you wanted to.
he's sticking around.
Yeah, yeah, you've got him. Big Hat, you said you had something.
Oh yeah, I'm holding on to him. While I say that to Karma, I glance back at the water tower, and hopefully she catches my head nod.
Yeah. Right. So, but Big Hat, you said you wanted to say something to him?
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna backhand him for his insolence and basically make it very clear to him that offense will not be taken lightly. And it was because I think I know what he's talking about now, but obviously I'm not going to lecture him in the middle of a fight, but I'm going to let him know that I understand what he's talking about and how I have to explain to him that he is in the wrong, apologizing for his misinformation.
Alright. He's gonna hiss at you. Karma and Ektar, what are you guys doing?
I am going to take one of my ice grenades and I'm going to, or like maybe a timed mine, ice mine, cryo mine. I'm going to put it on the weakened structure of the water tower and I'm going to set it off so that the
Right.
ice
Makes it
creates.
brittle.
Yeah. Well, no, it like creates. It completes the circuit, so to speak. You know what I mean? It reinforces the broken part by covering it all in solid ice.
Oh, you're gonna reinforce it. That's new. Karma, what do you do?
So the water isn't coming out anymore, or what?
Well, what had happened, right? Let me see if I can describe this a little better to you. Do you know? Are you guys familiar with those tanks that are up on struts on a height?
Yes.
Right. So it's one of
Yeah.
that. The Del Toro had weakened one of the struts, and it was leaning towards magma. So just so that you guys don't run
Oh,
around.
wait.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can I? Sorry. I totally misunderstood that whole sequence.
Yeah. But what
Retract your statement.
I think happened there, Hector, is that you froze the that junction, so it becomes brittle. It's similar
Okay.
to when you spray metal with liquid nitrogen.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you if you were betraying us.
Yeah. No, I had the guys reversed. I thought.
Because at first I was like, dude. But then I was like, oh, I'm supposed to let this play out. I'm not supposed to interfere.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll just like put a mine on it, timed mine on it, and then get out of there so it explodes and knocks the whole thing.
Oh, okay, so a standard
Fucking fancy.
concussion mine.
Yeah.
All right. Karma, do you do anything in particular? Because
Wait,
Del Toro.
so what happened exactly? I heard two things.
All right. So tell us what you heard, and Hector, you can fill him in.
So the first one is
Yeah, because Hector has to explain what he just did. You guys just saw him run up and do something, but I
yeah.
don't know
So
what.
the first one I heard was it was an ice mine, so it's reinforcing the whole thing.
No,
The second one
that's
was
not
just
true. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I just ran over and put it like a timed mine on it, and then got out of there, and the mine exploded and knocked the thing. Just what I was hoping to do.
so there's mist everywhere.
Well, before we get to that, Karma, you see him run up, you see him plant the mine, and he runs away, and Del Toro is still kind of on his hands and knees at the foot of the strut that he punched, where Mike has planted the mine. Del Toro is the hero, Magma is the bad guy.
Right.
Megmar. Meg is a girl's name.
Shut up, Meg. Okay.
He said MEG. He said Megmar. That's what Side said.
Okay, so what did Magmar do?
Well, Magma right now is in restraints,
He's still restrained. Okay.
but Del Toro is still on his hands and knees at the foot of a strut which has a mine struck to it. And the timer is about to run down on that mine.
Can I just real quick turn that mine off?
I'm assuming that you have it on some sort of remote, I guess.
Well, yeah. Or like, just before I start to run away, I think to myself, if this thing blows up, it's just going to wash everybody off the top of the roof, and he's already restrained. So I want to just slow my roll a little bit and
Well,
take
he's not
stock
gonna.
of the situation.
He's not gonna remain restrained for long, because I'm going to say that Mike can't keep up that particular whirling and twirling forever, and he's pretty pissed off at what Big Hat just did.
Okay. Then I'm sorry I keep going back and forth.
No, that's
I let it blow, and I kind of warned everybody to brace themselves.
yeah. You see, the thing is, I was wondering if anybody was gonna pull Del Toro away from the mine. That's pretty near his face.
I did not realize he was beside my mine.
He punched the strut, and then kind of collapsed again right there. That's why the strut got damaged, and the tank is
Oh,
bleeding.
okay. So yeah, I'll when I leave, I'll kind of grab him, haul him
Alright.
out of the way with me.
All right, good, excellent. So,
This grenade isn't going to like explode the entire roof or anything.
yeah, no,
it's
I'm,
just
I'm
like a
assuming
small-
you have a control over it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
assuming you know your stuff. I mean, you guys are superheroes. You are young superheroes, so you don't have full control over your powers. As an example of that, the move you guys will normally use is unleash your powers, but the adult version of that move is called wield your powers, where you use your powers with finesse and precision.
Okay.
Alright, but I mean, aside from that, I will give you guys some credit. So I know that you're not gonna blow up the entire building. Alright, so you drag him out of the way, the mine goes off, and the water, you guys can actually hear the liquid sloshing around inside there. As you know, there's
All right, so I quit swirling.
yeah,
And I use my staff to kind of vault back behind the water tower
excellent.
and just give it a little. Yeah, I vault back behind the water
Yeah,
tower and I
yeah,
give it a little nudge with
yeah,
my pole.
excellent. So the water does tip over. The tank does tip over because the strut collapses and the water washes down on magma. And there's just steam. It's not a huge tank because, again, this is an old fire station. They don't use tanks anymore, they use the hydrant system. So this was like a tank that they had in case they needed to fill the tender, which was a small tender at the time. So it's not a lot of water, but it is properly and fully enough to take care of magma. Alright, so there's this huge wash of water, and you guys just see a cloud of steam just billow out. And the steam is pretty thick cloud-like because it's a really huge change in temperature. And you guys hear cracking noises.
I'll make a fan. Big fan.
So the fan blows away mist. Yeah?
How extensive is the water coverage? Is it over everybody? And is it a lot? Or is it like just mainly like around him still?
It's mainly just around him. But just for your information, this fight is over.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's kind of frozen stiff there, and for a moment he doesn't move because you know, some of his joints have seized up with these. It's kind of like what do you call it when you plunge the steel into the water?
Quenching.
Right. Yeah. So he's quenched basically.
Can I assess the situation to see if his heart crystal's still on?
To see if his. Sorry, to see if his.
Considering that basically that's the actual sentient part of the Megmar, not the clay around him, not the earth.
Right.
I'm just gonna remove the crystal from the rest of that.
Yeah. His heart crystal is still in him, yes. But
So-
before that, I just wanted to just pay attention to one little thing. Hector, you still have Del Toro with you, right? You grabbed him and pulled him away?
Yes.
Alright, so he's still a little groggy. And he does kind of look at you, and his eyes aren't fully focused yet. And he says, in a kind of a growl, it's a pained growl, but it's still a growl. It's like, Phineas, what are you doing? You know we're not supposed to be seen together anymore.
I say, we came up to help you.
Yeah, Mr. Del Toro.
It's probably
While you were busy taking a knee, you have magma monsters all over the park.
it's probably the voice, and but you see sort of recognition in his eyes that he realizes that and he says, "You're his kid, aren't you?" Damn, he went and had a kid.
Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Del Toro. Sorry, Mr. Del Toro. We don't play the pronoun game. Everybody's somebody's kid. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
He just fainted away by now, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but Halcyon City has an organization called Aegis. You can think of that as the SWAT team, except that they are designed and intended to deal with superheroes and supervillains instead of...
Yeah, SHIELD.
Yeah, so it's SHIELD, yeah. Did I mention that to you guys before? Actually, I can't remember if I did.
Yeah, you did.
Right.
If you didn't, other people who have described this game describe them as that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they are. So, you hear the sirens and, you know, SHIELD is on its way. So SHIELD is probably going to take care of these guys. Let me just deal with Big Hat. You wanted to take his soul stone.
So, if I'm a gadget guy, that means I can make all kinds of gadgets, like
Yeah.
almost from anywhere.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
conceivably, I could have like web shooters.
Yes, conceivably yes. I like the aesthetic of having your grappling hooks. If
Yes,
you
me
want
too.
that to be
But
web
web
shooters,
shooters are
that's your
useful.
decision. So you just let me know.
Okay, I prefer web shooters.
All right,
Hell yeah.
no
I'm
problem.
literally walking down the street in a Spider-Man shirt right now.
Oh, I was. So, are we like off the top
Yeah, you
rooftop
guys are
now,
off.
or
Big Hat.
First off, I'm walking down the street playing a RPG game. How cool is that?
That, my friend, is the wonderful, wonderful modern age that we live in. Isn't this beautiful? I always heard about D&D growing up and was never able to play. Never ever. Now look at me.
Now look at you can't stop.
Yeah, I can't stop. So Big Hat, you do kind of make a move to try and get the soul stone, but
Like unleash
Aegis,
powers.
Aegis
Yeah,
is on
because
scene.
basically I'm just trying to.
Yeah, it just has arrived on scene by now. They come kind of late, but these guys are really inconvenient. I'm not gonna lie. Most games I've seen, they're all just an inconvenience for you guys. So they show up and they do the kind of crowd control ritual. You know, they kind of motioning you guys off as like, we will take it from here. Please stand back. Because they have come specifically for Del Toro and Magma, because they had been called in when the fighting started on the first building.
I asked them what they want Del Toro for.
What they're going to do with Del Toro is they're going to just question him basically to find out like what is happening, but because he is known to be a good guy, so like they're not going to take him into and throw him in prison, but they do want to find out what is going on with this Magma, because this is probably the first time they're seeing this new villain, so they'll want some information and kind of add him to their registry, that kind of thing. And plus,
Hey
Del
guys,
Toro
we're here.
is-
Hey, I'm sorry.
Plus, Del Toro is hurt pretty badly, and these are the guys that have the resources to tend to his wounds, because he probably won't get much help at a regular hospital.
Right. Okay.
Hey guys, we're here too. We saved Magmar. Hi, my name's Soldiers. This is Karma, Big Hat, Ekin. We don't have a superhero name yet, but you guys need some information. We're your people. Hello?
I put my hoodie back on.
Any? Nobody?
The guy is wearing
Seriously?
he's wearing the riot gear, and he's taken up his position. So like they formed an arc around the two characters, and like, you know, hands up, keeping you guys outside of the arc, and Del Toro and Magma are behind the arc. So it's kind of like you know.
Yeah,
Kinda
me
like-
and 2 double cheeseburgers with no onions to go.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's kind of like the crowd control riot line, something similar to that.
Thank you.
So the guy you're speaking to, he's not going to interact with you. He's just there to hold that line. It's training. It's his training.
A little bit. Did you go to Sunnyside? Okay. Yeah, I remember you. Oh, you guys are all grown up now. It's crazy.
While all of this is happening, I'm gonna start constructing.
Yeah. Well, you guys are free to go, by
I
the way.
guess
eh?
like
Just so you guys know, you guys are free to leave.
yeah.
Thank you.
I guess at this point, I'm gonna start making a vehicle so we can leave.
Cool.
What are you making it out of?
I guess I'm gonna make a 4-seater jet.
You're just making it like.
Oh, psychic construct.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So we're flying on one of his psychic ships now, huh?
All right. So you guys did really well. There's a basic idea of how the mechanics work, and they're not that restrictive in that we can.
All right, Karma, just do me a favor. All right, Karma, just do me a favor while you're flying this thing. Keep your eyes on the road and your mind off those boys' butt.
I don't like boys.
Well, there's some chicks there too. Keep your eyes on their butts as well.
So you guys are flying off the roof. The guys do kind of take notice because well it's a frickin' Green Lantern ship. What color is your constructs, by the way, Karma?
We'll make it like, I don't know, purple.
Cool. Purple seems a popular color these days. Yeah, so it's a purple ship, and you know they do take notice, but they are there. They have been sent. Their mission is Magma and Del Toro, so they are not going to deviate from that. So you guys fly off. As you fly away over the park, you see another team is retrieving the dog as well. So that's been taken care of. Where do you guys go?
Hey guys, we missed the rest of the concert, but I got a question. Next time we do something like this, good old team up, what are we going to call ourselves whenever those guys have questions for us?
Where are we flying to?
Oh yeah, we don't have a base, do we?
I mean, I can take you guys to my beach house.
Ooh,
All right.
details, la-di-da.
To the secret house. All right, to our secret hideout.
So, who's living with me and my mentor?
That was the light.
The alien is, right? The outsider is with you, isn't it?
No, the
The
big
light.
cat is with me.
Okay.
So that was changed.
Is Ben living with you, right?
No. The person who was living with you is the light. That's the bull.
Oh, okay.
That was Gildo or Eric. However, I'm not seeing him. He's not present tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you can let me off, I guess, down like I don't know, wherever my secret entrance, by my secret entrance.
cool.
So why don't we actually kind of do this sort of thing from now on?
So wait, you're talking about a secret entrance, base, team name?
And it, but sure.
Well, I don't know about the secret base just yet. Team name,
Sorry, really sorry to interrupt, guys. I just wanted to know, like, well, first of all, who is aware and who is not aware of the beach house, and who is aware and who is not aware of the secret base?
Only
Thank you.
Rayak knows about the beach house, but I guess now they all know,
Right.
because that's where I'm taking them.
And only the bull knows about the secret hideout because I think that's our secret.
Yeah. So, like, when you introduce these things, if you're introducing it to someone for the first time, there's some role playing that would probably have to happen there. Continue.
Right.
Oh, look at here. Miss Bubble Lady with the secret beach, with the beach house. Not exactly a secret base, but looks fun. Got any beach balls?
Only yours.
Zing.
Ouch!
Oh!
Wait. Now that I think about it, do you have any seatbelts? Can you psychic me up a seatbelt?
I psychic up a seatbelt.
Thank you.
Make it like a straight jacket. Just for him.
Hey!
You'll be safer that way.
Oh yeah, great. Exactly. Super safe.
I'm putting one in his mouth too, at this point.
We all feel much safer.
One second.
You let us know when we're landing.
Right, just in case you guys wanted to, for instance...
I don't know where team moves are.
Alright, so on your, fillable form, or,
On my what?
let me just...
Your
give
character
you-
sheet.
Okay.
No, well, it's not on the character sheet, but I will give
Yeah,
you.
I get what you're saying. I can start it
Yeah,
if that's the case.
yeah. So just so you know,
Um,
opportunities like these where you guys are just talking, it's an opportunity to do the team moves, which are useful if you like. If in the fight one of you guys had gotten a condition, you guys can use the team moves to clear that condition. So it's a useful thing. So
so yeah,
Ekta, yeah, sorry, Ekta, I have in the Discord. You'll see I've put the mask playbooks. So you will
Okay.
look under protege, and it gives you the full thing. It gives you all the moves. It gives you the team moves. It gives you some things that are not in the Roll20 sheet.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So continue, Karma.
right. So talking to actor or facing actor, putting it on autopilot because I can. Um, um, sorry about earlier. I thought I was gonna be able to contain it. If I put you into any type of danger, my bad. Also, thanks for, I guess, staying back there. Didn't want to go at it alone.
All right. So Ekta, is there anything you want to respond to that, or do you just nod, or?
Also, I'm gonna take out the thing that I put in Solstice's
gag?
mouth. The gag, yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of frown.
Uh, is he talking to all of us?
He's talking to you specifically, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was afraid of that. I was looking at my team powers. Could you just
All right, so
repeat
let me
some of
give
that?
you let me give you a rundown on this. So for the doomed, which is Karma, his team moves.
Right.
One of his team moves is, and it says, when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, give them influence over you and ask if they honestly think there's hope for you. If they say yes, mark potential, or clear one box of your doom track. If they say
Okay.
no, mark a condition, or mark your doom track. So he's expressed that.
So the question is, did you do well tonight?
What I said was, well, I wasn't exactly asking. I was just
Okay.
saying, I was thanking you for staying, basically.
Oh, hey, don't mention it. You know, protege or my mentor always says you're only as good as your teammates. Um, so we did great here. Did you think that cryo grenade was pretty good? Didn't you think?
Yeah.
Helped you pretty good.
Yeah, it did. So what about
So,
you guys? React.
All right, so
Yeah, everybody.
Honest-
What do you got to say?
Honestly, I was really proud of all of us. I think we all hopped in, did what we could do, and we managed to save people without making a mess this time. A little pissed off we didn't get any credit from those soldier boys, but what can we do? We'll have our chance to shine.
And thank you,
Oh,
Sodas, for not getting my brains blasted by the Gozen. That's nice. That would have been a bad way.
Oh yeah, man, no problem. Got your back. This little suit of armor's made for protecting myself, my friends, and the people.
To be fair though, I kind of just stood there when Magnar was restrained. I was just standing there watching.
Oh yeah, but there wasn't anything we could do. He was restrained. You did great, man.
Actually, you guys don't know. Actually, right now, Karma's the only person who knows why Magmar was restrained.
I winked.
As a guess. Yeah. Good thing I was able to distract him with all that staff twirling.
cool.
The
Alright.
Gozens aren't really known for their intellect. That's why they're used as manual labor.
Yeah. So when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, you guys on your sheets will, or on your playbooks will have things that they give you to tell you to do. You don't have any marks on your doom track as yet, Karma. So you don't need to worry about your doom track as yet. Do you think that the second team move there applies when you share vulnerability or weakness with someone? Does that apply to this situation? I wasn't sure if you were trying to use that.
I'm gonna be right over. I just had to go get my
Oh,
thing
I
in my
was, yeah.
pocket.
I was using Facing
Alright.
Danger alone.
Yeah. So it sounds like he was being pretty supportive of you. That you did well. So I'll take that as him saying a yes. So you can mark potential, which again is a good thing. You'll get them marks pretty soon.
Which one of us marks potential?
That was the doomed. So the protege, when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, ask them if you've been a good leader or effective teammate, which I think you were doing.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
I'm
that
sorry.
was my effective teammate.
I don't know how I didn't. Yeah.
Well, I
thank
was
you.
I was talking to Karma,
Yeah. So if they say yes,
wasn't really doing it to anybody.
yeah. Well, it kind of fits. So what your team move says, right? For the protege, when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, ask them if you've been a good leader or effective teammate. If they said yes,
Thank you.
your mentor loses influence over you and you mark potential. If they say no, your mentor gains influence over you and you take +1 forward on using the label your mentor embodies. Which means that
So-
anything.
So I get
You say
potential.
1198. Can I have some mustard?
Yeah, because they said yes. Because you asked them what they thought of the grenade and how cool was that and things.
I didn't
so I'll
know.
take that.
Sorry, can you
Yeah, I
say
didn't
that?
know that's where they were.
Yeah, sorry. Just 1 second, Hector.
Okay. Well, I just put him on mute so I can hear it.
Okay. So if they say yes, your mentor loses influence over you and you mark
Right.
potential. So you get potential for that.
Yes. Okay.
No, miss, there's no mustard.
Next would be the outsider. Your team move is
Yeah,
yeah.
well, for that, I kind of it doesn't really say much other than give support emotionally. So for that, I was more or less just saying thank you to Soldiers for saving me against the Gozen.
You see, I would count
That
that.
move for now.
I would
If
count
we're just
that.
doing team
Oh,
moves.
it's right there.
Yeah, I would count that because your people and you as well, you kind of have a superior attitude. So for you to praise someone else, it's kind of significant. It's not something you do. It's not something you do. You're fascinated
Probably would have
by
ripped my
this.
head off, unfortunately. So that's why I'm saying thank you, and it's not something normally you would do.
Yeah. So that to me
culture.
is meaningful affection.
All right. Hey, listen.
About what does Soldiers have to say? Because I think Soldiers has to agree for their character to be fair.
If it's meaningful to him.
Listen. Oh, okay, I hear you. Listen. I'm glad you thanked me. But as far as I'm concerned, this is a team. When my mom was on the team, they were able to help a whole lot of people. Being a team means having each other's backs. I'm always happy to have your back. So thank you for sticking with this team.
Alright, so for that means you get influence. If he once he decides it's meaningful, which it sounds like he does, that means you get influence over him.
Which he already had. Because everybody has
Yeah.
influence over
Now,
me.
in a situation where if you already have influence over someone, and a situation comes up where you get to gain influence over them again, instead of gaining an influence, you get to shift their labels. So
Wait, shifter what?
labels. So he can raise, or he raises one of your labels and lowers another.
Okay. That's different. I guess I would raise Savior because you saved me. And lower your... because you took the hit like a champ?
It's up to the DM, because is my savior maxed out right now?
I think it is. So, you
We'll save it for when we need it.
he would probably...
Yeah, we'll hold on to it for when we need it.
He has to kind of do it right now, because it will... The shift will affect and the next time you use your labels. What was it you wanted to do? You wanted to raise his savior and lower something?
Mundane, just because, like, soldiers did save me, so I figured that would be the... Because that's at least how Big Hat sees soldiers now. Sees them as more of a savior person than ever before, considering they, took the hit for him like that. Some simpleton because they could take down a Gizon. So pretty, almost not single-handedly, but they did a lot to.
Yeah.
Definitely not just a mundane individual.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just check this before I. Crap, not the tables. I need the basic moves. Because there's if he raises a label that cannot be raised, he gets a condition. But let me just check it first and see. Situation, provoke, defend, influence. Right. Take advantage of the influence of someone. Although it works. Alright, so I don't see the situation meriting him gaining a condition. So I don't think we could we can leave it as is for now. Because I think that just ends up, unfortunately, having a detrimental effect, when usually it's not detrimental. Alright, so that's that. You guys have 17 moves. So, you guys have you guys decided...
Wait.
Hmm?
Hold on. So, I'm not getting anything raised, but I am getting something lowered?
No, nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
You see, usually what happens when you... If a label is maxed out, and someone raises it again, you get a condition instead. But I don't see this particular conversation as a situation where it's anything bad enough that it merits you gaining a condition. So I don't think that's right. So instead, let's not shift instead. Because
so what's positive? What is positive about your teammates gaining influence over you? This sounds very negative now.
What it is, right, is that they get +1 to any move they make that's directed at you. They can...
I mean, how is it good for me?
So, like,
that's what I want to know right now.
If you, like, go crazy and someone has...
comfort and
like,
support.
Influence over you and they want you to calm down, they can use that +1. They can use that influence to make you calm down.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that one. I was just guessing in a general, regular, everyday sense, is it ever positive for me to have people have influence over me?
The +1 also comes in a lot in provoke. So, like, for instance, if you are going to do something that they think is incredibly stupid, they can roll provoke to convince you not to do it, either by berating you or appealing to your good sense or something, and they would have +1 on that roll.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at it all the wrong way. None of it sounds positive, but that's the game. We'll roll with it.
Yeah, it is a game. It's because of the fact that you guys are teenagers, you are just emerging and you're not sure of yourself. You are because of that, because you don't have that fully formed sense of self, you will be affected by the opinions of others. And that's what the mechanic of
So
influence.
it's not positive.
It's
So it's
not
not positive.
necessarily
It's
no.
the okay.
Yeah, it's not necessarily positive. Your teammates
At
can use
all.
it in a positive way, but NPCs and adults can use it in a negative way. So, for instance, because you guys are teenagers, any and all adults automatically have influence over you, which makes dealing with adults kind of a pain. So, now that we've got that sorted, what is your destination? Because I know Ekta said he wanted to drop
Oh, I thought we were
off.
going to the beach house.
I can
Yeah.
drop him off if you
Well,
want.
we can do beach house. Beach house is fine.
All
I
right.
just wanted to be dropped off somewhere, but if we're all going to the beach house, I'm not just gonna bail.
All right. So we're going to have a situation here where Alren, no, sorry, Karma, you are probably going to have a few things to explain.
Yeah.
Let's see how that happens. So I'm assuming that it's a nice lakeside, um, lakeside cabin, or well, a cabin style house. Pretty
Yeah.
big because you guys are probably going to be people of means. You know, you have more fun as a follower in a cult, but you make more money as the leader. That's the rule of thumb.
What? Don't the cult leaders get to bang all the chicks?
You
Usually, if it's a good call.
depends on the cult.
I never heard of a cult where the cult leaders get to bang all the chicks. That's why you form a cult. To bang all the chicks.
It depends.
Wait, what cult do you belong to? You belong to the wrong cult, man.
Oh, we'll we should probably talk about that John, to gain some perspective on what exactly the cult is going to mean to you guys. So I'm assuming that your jet has VTOL capability, which is vertical takeoff and landing. So you arrive hovering in the air, jets turn downwards, you descend, and then your jets turn off.
Yeah. So here we are. Doors open, or actually, door's not open. I make a key and I open it. All right. Just pick a room, I guess. Except that one in the end. That one's taken
By who?
Yeah.
by me.
Okay.
Eric flies into the room he normally.
Huh?
All right. So, what are you guys thinking?
You guys want to see something?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
voice had the party.
Make a team name.
Okay. I'll have them follow me to like the basement area.
Yeah. What do you guys think
Floats
about
behind.
this? What do you guys think about what's going on here, by the way? Like, what's your impression of the house, first to begin? And this guy has taken you to a house you've never seen before, and he's leading you to the basement. What's going on with everyone? I'm just curious, by the way. I hope I'm not interrupting.
I'm silently hoping that it's some sort of blowjob parlor. My 19-year-old virgin erection is leaving me alone.
Alright, so you guys follow him down. What do you got down there?
Alright, so inside you guys see a containment system, you guys see a meditation space, and a lot of valuable tomes.
A lot
Whoa,
of
nice.
magical tomes, is that what you said?
It just says valuable tomes. Yeah.
Nice collection, Karma. I think I even recognize some of these things from old books.
In a cult setting, it could probably be like magical tomes, valuable in the sense of very rare books with prized knowledge.
I ask if I can look the books over, have a look, and read up a little bit.
Yeah, go on ahead.
Cool. You just kind of pick one at a time, look and see what's going on.
Like rooting around the books. He's not opening any single one. He might look at the title, but doesn't actually read any of them. He just kind of has a feeling for each.
So I'll be here meditating. If you guys need anything, just call me up. And I start meditating.
And over here, is that a normal occurrence?
What's that?
What is?
The magma individual.
I think that's the first time I've seen him.
Well, my mentor's got records on it. I know a little bit about him. I think. Do I? Or no? Wait, that was the. Was that the dog?
The same thing we discussed. You can probably
Yeah.
tell them a little bit about that. That he was prepared for something like it, but that he did have notes stating that he's a little bit disturbed at the fact that all accounts he has come across have been arcane. Like it hasn't been like some lab accident to say it's scientific in origin. It's more magical in origin, and that was
Right.
particularly
Yeah, so-
worrying to him for a reason that you are not sure of.
So yeah, it seems to be more magic than anything else, I guess. According to the files.
But they do show up from time to time then, so we will probably run into more of these.
Yeah, but
So wait,
this one's
all
actually
for Firebase?
Well, just to give you some
This one
background,
is a fire elemental.
yeah, just to give you some background on Halcyon City, there have been heroes for 3 or 4 generations. So things like fire demons showing up and Reckonicity, people are kind of used to that by now. So Ekta, it is kind of strange that your father would be paying attention to them, not because they are unusual, but because they are not unusual.
So yeah, it's a pretty common situation, I guess. Enough so that we barely had any information on them. Also, like dogs, cats to us. That's not really true, but they're pretty common.
Do you
They
guys
probably
have-
just left it on there.
Sorry.
Telling you to tell you.
Onyx, you said something to Karma, I think it was, didn't you? You said there was a girl.
Probably was a girl. Wait.
There was a girl?
No, Soldier said something to someone when he was leaving. He said, come and meet with me, and oh, there was a girl.
It was probably not me.
No, I said that.
I think he just said it over the communicator, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah, he did. Okay.
Heard that.
I forgot. Okay.
So that's
I step out of
everybody.
the meditation space.
Well, not yet. What do you do in the meditation space? So you're meditating, right?
Yeah, just meditating.
Alright. 1 second, let me just pull your sheet up. Because I can't remember what you picked.
Meditation space, valuable tomes,
No, in
and
terms of your, which doom sign did you pick?
I picked, Burning Bright.
The camera is on it. You know that. Alright. So, have you gotten deep into meditation at this point?
Probably not, since they were all talking.
Right, yeah, I'm wondering about that.
We're ignorant guests.
But you do sense that there is something. What's the best way to describe this?
Right.
There is something, yeah, troubling to you about this situation that just happened, and you do kind of you were kind of drawn towards the meditation space initially. So what is everyone else? Is everyone doing anything else? Any other information that you have to share with them? Yeah.
I was either going to roll for assessing to see if any of these books may be in a form that Ryak would understand, or I was going to try rolling the not so different after all to expound a little bit on Gozen's.
I think that is a very good idea. Let me just look up not so different after all so that I know what it's about, and then you can go ahead and do, because that sounds pretty good. Outsider, because you guys at this point are trying to get some more information is what I'm getting the gist of. So I'm curious as to how you guys are, what ideas you guys have for how you go about doing that. And again, it's a question of using what you have. So for instance, this outsider, not so different after all, I think that's a good, really good option. I'm fine with it if you are.
I'll roll it, see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's roll here. No changes to the value. 9. Hey. Okay, let's see.
Right.
Okay, when you talk about your home, on a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. I can either confess a flaw of my home to give us another 1 to the team pool. I could mislead you about my homeland to take influence over all of you, or I could describe the glories of my home to clear condition. I think I'm going to talk about, I guess, what might be perceived as a flaw of my homeland.
Yeah,
because
I agree with
it's.
that. You can talk about it as, think of it as you are talking about it as something which is completely normal to you, but which to them seems like a flaw.
Pretty simple, really. I mean, like, Gozen should never raise their voice or even attack another higher individual. It seems very odd that it sounds like that they're feral, and it doesn't sound like you guys keep them well trained. There's a place where they're maybe at least in the wild without proper, training to understand proper decorum. Never behave this way, not even the dog.
I was gonna type this, but
Place.
you guys have never.
Maybe they're trying to change it sounds to me like they're trying to change their place.
Who are there? They see Gozens are very simple creatures. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe yeah, they're right. Maybe they think they can change the place, but that's just going to lead them to get upset.
Is it Gozen? Is that one of the things we just fought?
They're not uncommon in my lands, but they're specifically in the Red King's domain. They're his subjects, and they follow his words and his other subjects above who are above them utterly. That's what they do.
They burn shit up around here.
Yeah, I can only imagine it's because they don't have a proper leader.
How are you going to keep them on the farm? How are you going to keep them on the farm once they've seen Carl Unger?
What? Who said what?
Oh, I said, how are you going to keep them on the farm once they've seen Carl Unger?
How are you gonna keep them on
the Red King's land is full of magma and lava. Like it's perfect for them, and they don't rebel like this. This must be because of either the lack of proper magic or the lack of proper handling in your world. So
Maybe
we just
don't
need to
have
find a
enough
place.
magma?
Could very well be it. It could be, though I imagine they would be congregating in a place then with magma, or hopefully someone that is guiding them properly, at least a little bit. They can't be just running around like this. That they're they're no better than animals then.
So somebody's getting them to do this? Is that what you're saying?
Someone. They can't be left on their own accord. It would, otherwise, I guess you get like what we got today with the Megmar apparently thinking people, which they can't do.
So somebody told the Magmar to do that.
That's the only way I can imagine. I can't imagine them thinking of it on their own.
Who would have the ability to do that?
That's the thing you have to understand. They're very simple creatures. If you put it in their head the wrong idea, they might take it that way. Or it might be too complex for them.
Or who would have access to them, or who would know how to control them?
Question. Everyone, I mean, we're all better, we're all higher than them, so we could any one of us could control one in theory, unless we gave it a confusing order. So course of action is to find a place where they might congregate naturally. So I guess a place on your planet or world where there's a lot of heat and kind of allow their soul gems to kind of form their bodies again. Because that would be the other part. They need to, as you may have saw when I was removing the soul gem, that's the actual goes in right there. It's everything else around it. That's what they piece together to form a body.
So like maybe a volcano.
You just gave me an idea. And I go on a computer. All right, guys. Anybody got any responsibilities for the next 72 hours? Because I can book us a trip to Hawaii.
We could just fly there.
Well, you gotta have some place to stay. I mean, what, we're just gonna go kick down the door and say, hey, we're this team right here? That's fine, you're right. Can you hold your psychic ship all the way from here to Hawaii?
No, but y'all can fly.
I can't fly. I can swing though.
I don't know. Well, flying from the mainland to Hawaii, that's a rough flight.
Well, let's start simple. Let's start like saying, what is our team name going to be, and what are each of our powers, so we have an idea of what we and if we can work together.
Well, I was thinking we could call ourselves the Brightside. We have a lot of guys with light-based powers, deep-based powers. Her constructs are a pretty bright purple.
You mean like the song?
I just was thinking Brightside. I don't know, there's lots of songs with the word Brightside in it.
Into a vote.
Carmen, start singing, Mr. Brightside.
Brightside sounds good to me.
Right, so yeah, that's fine with me.
Brightsiders. Unite.
I think just Brightside.
So what did you have in mind for Hawaii? I just want to know in case like in case I can save you guys some time.
You said volcano, said hot weather on volcanoes, and I was thinking of blue skirts and delicious fresh pineapple, and volcanoes.
I will give you something here, Onyx. The reservation was on a mesa, and there is a volcano nearby. Probably like half a
So
day's
no
walk.
volcano. All right, so we're not going to Hawaii. We are going to.
Well,
What did I say?
Mexico.
well, what I can probably do for you guys here is I can probably a thing is gonna happen here that's probably gonna clear this up a little bit for you guys. So Karma, you've been kind of, I don't want to call it a headache, but there's a tug on your mind, and it's leading you to your meditation space. Because as the conversation has been going on, you've been kind of paying less and less attention to it.
Okay.
So, do you have like a sitting room, or you have like chairs? So these guys are comfortable in the meantime. Like what kind of you can probably describe the house a little bit more, since it's probably going to be an important setting.
So there are, I want to say, 6 rooms right now. So y'all can have a room, except for the one room that is my room, and one room that is locked all the time. There's the living area. Obviously, there's the kitchen. There's a lot of food. Outside, there's a boat tied near a dock, and there's a fishing poles right next to it, or like close to the dock, so you can go fishing if you want. And yeah,
Yeah, it's probably still dark, by the way. It's probably like a
small
yeah.
like a platform over the water, I guess.
Yeah. So it'll probably be like approaching midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's dark out at the moment. But yeah, everything he's saying is there. So do you guys settle in, because it is nighttime? Do you guys have anything else in mind? What do you do?
Well, I'm meditating.
Excellent.
I'm trying to draw our what I think our logo is going to be.
Ah, good. I like that. You know,
Imagine.
out of character, you probably should draw something. You know, I'd like to see what you could come up with. That would be fun.
I'm gonna
So
go
far,
call. I'm gonna call Peneus and give him an update of what's going on.
That's very good. That's a very good idea. All right, so calling Peneus, drawing Big Hat. Anything in particular you want to do to pass the time, or do in the meantime?
I guess I'm just gonna again. The other thing I was gonna do is just feel the books in the library to see if any of them are from the world of that Big Hat's from, just to see if there's anything from home there.
All right. Let's do yours first, because I can probably address a few questions there as well. So assess the situation. You're gonna roll for that, and we'll see what happens there.
Assessed situation. That is superior.
Yes, roll plus superior.
All right. And I miss.
Oh, all right. So you will not be able to ask me any questions, but I can still go ahead and give you information. The rules in this game are not too punishing. It's just that things happen that sometimes have consequences, but it's not like you immediately just know nothing. So what is going to happen is that because you're a little unfamiliar with, let's say you're pretty intelligent, but you know that you're still getting a grasp on the written language, even though you've probably mastered the spoken language by now. There's not a lot you can pick up from the books in detail, but there are some things that you do notice. Like, for instance, there are a couple of books dealing with what the people in this realm, they call it planes, like planes of existence. So we'll have the mortal plane here, and you'll have what you know to be the Red King's domain, which is a separate plane. So it's not Hawaii. It's not like a location in the mortal plane. It's, you know, somewhere that you're gonna need a portal to go, which you know of. So you know that they are aware of the separate planes of existence, and there is the particular book you have brought up is about travel between those planes and interaction between those planes. So hopefully that gives you some. Yeah.
Cut out. It's a book about what?
The interaction between the planes of existence and travel and movement between those planes of existence. There are some pretty expensive books that are dedicated to that field of study.
I actually I filled my powers out a little bit more, and I have summoning.
Okay, cool. So
Like, do you got?
just describe that to me, like what it gives you.
Well, I can just kind of like pull shit out of the air, kind of.
Let me see. That's the protege summoning. That's good. I didn't know that. Fit with. That's one of your abilities?
Yeah, the instead of the super speed.
Oh, okay. So instead of superhuman physique, summoning.
Also, I use my magic to power my gadgets.
Under the abilities listed there, I'm seeing superhuman physique, weapons and gadgets, stealth, detective skills,
I
hacking.
thought I was just making it up as I went. I thought that was.
Nah, it's pick
How I
one
could
ability
get-
you both share and one ability for each of you that is uniquely yours. So
Right.
it has to be one of those,
So
one of these.
the magic would be uniquely. Oh shit! It's from the list, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
So the
Yeah,
so the shared ability is weapons and gadgets.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
So the ability that I set as your own ability was superhuman physique because that would cover your super speed.
Right.
You can look at that there and see if there's anything else that you think might fit.
Yeah, I don't think I'm understanding too much. Okay,
Alright.
well, we'll do superhuman physique so that I can.
Well, you can think about it, and you can always just let me know later on if you want to change it. Because I don't think the difference has locked you into anything yet. You haven't done anything that has locked you in. You haven't used superhuman speed. You didn't use superhuman speed in that first fight. So you have so far you can still change it, and it won't affect anything. So think about it, and we'll come back to it.
Okay.
With regards to Rayak, is there anything you're curious about in the books? Anything else I can probably give you an insight on? Like, was there anything particular that you were
Are
looking
any of
for?
the books written in
Your language?
people's language?
That is an excellent
That would be the
question.
one I would grab and actually try to understand.
You see, it is possible because of some stuff that I have set in place. But I'm trying to figure out if any of those books would be here.
He wouldn't read anything that's not because he doesn't want to learn too much.
Yeah. No.
You know, for the same reasons as everything else. So if it's in a language he already knows, he's willing, but otherwise he's gonna have to leave it be.
The book that would have been interesting to you is not in this location.
He'll basically just notice, like, yep, these books are very interesting. I'll have to ask someone to read them to me later.
Yeah. How do I?
That'll be that.
Yeah. How do I approach this?
Unless like someone in the room, and I can hand them a book and be like, "What does this say?"
Yeah. Well, at the moment, Soldiers is with you, as well as Ekta, and because Zener is about to it's the witching hour, and Zener is into his regular meditation.
Hector, what does this say real fast?
I assume he would probably tell you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yep. I tell him whatever it is.
yeah.
It's the
Whatever
Kama
it says.
Sutra.
Well, you guys do have some interesting rituals, I would assume, so that need not be so frivolous.
It's the hazing ritual.
Alright, so tell me what your preparation for the meditation looks like. And the meditation space, I'm assuming it's in a separate niche or something?
Yeah, it's just a few scented candles, and so the room smells good.
Mm-hmm. So so you relax and you rest your mind, you clear your mind, you find your center and all of that, and
I
you
focus
start
on what's in grandma right now.
right. So as you do that, your mind's eye, the vision darkens, and you see a figure that you know is the form that's inside of grandma, and but just behind it, over its shoulder. So you see the form of grandma, and then that image cracks, shatters like a glass, and behind the glass it is the form, and then behind the form you see fire and a hellish landscape, which is basically the dimension that your grandfather was trying to summon the thing from. The demon
Wait,
that
could
you
you
guys
repeat that?
defeated.
So the image shatters, and then the form.
Yeah, so what you are seeing is that you're seeing some images coming at you, right? So the first image is the image of your grandma standing up straight, which she may or may not be able to do right now. But that image, it shatters, it breaks, and then it breaks apart to reveal an image behind it of the entity that's inside of her, right? And over that thing's shoulder, behind it, you can see a hellish landscape stretching out behind it. And your vision moves forward past the thing into this landscape. And the landscape is the dimension, the realm, that the cult was trying to summon the demon from. The demon that came through at the ritual that you guys defeated came from this landscape. So as your vision continues to move forward, because it's kind of like astral projection, you are moving and you're seeing things moving past you, right?
Right.
Right. So what you see is it's across a plane, and there are 7 figures standing on the plane. Right? They are shadowy figures. You can't really see. You see the silhouettes of them.
Okay.
Right? Out of the 7, 3 of them fade away, and 4 of them remain. 2 you can't see too well.
Wait, 4 of them what?
4 of them fade away. 4 of the 7 figures fade away.
So 3 fades away and then 4 stay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Right, so 3 are faded away. The 4 that stay, one looks like a tree, but it's a tree that looks like it's something out of a Disney nightmare. What was the name of that movie? Fantasia, with the haunted forest? It looks like a bad tree. The second one looks like a cobra. The third one looks like a flame, and then it fades away. And the fourth one is undefined. It's a blob. The tree and cobra, you can sense that they notice you and they begin to reach for you, and then your mind withdraws. And you're back in your body and the vision is ended.
Yeah, I stopped there.
Yeah.
There. And I started panting.
Yeah.
And then I slowly calmed down and stepped away.
Yeah.
Well, that was a thing. How are you
Can
guys
I run in
doing?
with my golden sun armor on and nothing else but that except for my boxers? My glowing sun armor.
Yes, you can, because Karma didn't realize that she screamed.
Glowing, like sunlit, lighting up the whole room, and I'm in my boxers.
Yeah.
I'm like, Karma, what's wrong?
I'm covering my eyes with my arm, and then I'm gonna makeshift it. I'm gonna make a pair of shades. Too bright. I basically just woke up.
Yeah. You woke up, but you look as if you haven't slept in days.
Did anything happen?
You're covered in sweat. Your hair is a mess. You did scream, even though you yourself wasn't aware of it. So everybody in the house probably would have heard that.
Going like, hey, what happened?
I was sleeping. Probably night terrors.
Is that normal for you, Karma?
Only when I meditate. But when I'm sleeping, I'm usually okay.
You get night terrors when you meditate.
Right?
So, I don't know if
Jesus,
that's
this
normal.
was supposed to calm you down.
At this point, you guys hear a loud crash from the one of the locked rooms.
I start running up speed.
Let's go, people.
Fly right behind.
So what's in that
I'm
locked
running.
room?
So what's in the locked room, Karma?
Is it open, or is it still locked? Is what I mean.
Well, I guess I'll go and
This is
jiggle the
the
doorbell.
room, Karma, that your grandmother has been
Right.
staying in. So
Right. but
describe
is
what
the
that
door-
is like. Do you have the key to that room? I assume you would.
No, I would just make it.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't have keys in this house. Yeah, I would just make it.
Yeah.
So it's still locked, right? Like, it doesn't look like someone opened it or tried opening it.
No, it's still locked. Before I forget, Rayak, that roll you missed, the assess the situation that you rolled, don't forget to mark your potential for that, right?
I only got 2 potential so far.
Yeah. Well, this one is supposed to be an additional one. Anytime you make a roll and you miss, that's potential. Outside of combat or in combat.
So, is it still like the door is untouched, right?
The door is the door is untouched. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. What
So-
what I'm interested in is what is the room normally like? Is Grandma on a hospital bed? Is she?
She's just in bed, like
Yeah.
always unconscious. Like, she's just unconscious.
Right. And well, there's like little knickknacks in your room. Maybe a
Yeah,
chair
yeah.
for you to sit when you're sitting with her, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And a bookshelf with like some books I read
Yeah. So
to her.
yeah.
No.
So you go in and the
No, not yet.
okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna need you guys to just stay out here. I'll call for you if I need help. Alright?
No problem.
Okay.
I go down and grab a pair of pants because, I don't want to be being to his grandma and my boxers.
Yeah, you guys don't know about grandma yet, though. That's
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I can't hear my boxers.
Yeah.
so. I'm gonna make the key, and then only open it just so I can fit.
Yeah.
And then I lock the inside. So
Oh.
you guys hear clicks, and then I'm gonna make a like bars. So I'm barring the door too with psychic constructs.
All right.
To keep us out.
Yeah. So
That was nice.
He must be
Yeah, what
trying
do you
to
guys
protect
see?
us.
Jack
Gee,
just kind of shrugs his head and just playing with like catch with himself with a little fireball.
Yeah.
You guys.
All right. So and I assume Soldiers is
Also,
still
schedule.
yeah. So you hang around because this is weird. You guys probably wouldn't just walk away whistling.
Just waiting there, but Riot gets bored quickly, so he has to do something to entertain himself.
Yeah. Karma, let's
We got heard of that, right?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, you said we wouldn't just stand around, so I was gonna start role playing, but then you started talking again.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Well, this is probably isn't going to take long. So you guys wouldn't have to like go through a game of chess or anything. Karma, you're inside, and
I'm going to assess the situation, just see what's up.
I was just gonna tell you because the situation is pretty obvious.
But there
you-
was noise, right? So I'm guessing something got in.
no, nothing got in. Is there a window in the room?
There should be, yeah.
Right, but the window
But
is shut.
Currents are closed, obviously.
Yeah, it's shut. It's intact. What you do notice is that all the loose objects in the room, the book, maybe a table lamp, something like that, all of these things are floating in the air, close to the ceiling, and they're hovering there. And
So everything's floating.
yeah. Grandma is not floating. The bed is not floating. But pretty much everything else is floating. And Grandma, she looks like she's asleep as normal. And then she begins to speak, but it's not her voice. And she says, the poison will come to wash away the undeserving. And the plant man knows when the plants will grow.
The plant?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The plant man knows where the plants will grow. And she raises up in the bed. Her eyes are still closed. She herself is still out. And her mouth opens. And there's this... It's a scream and it's a low register. It's like a demonic growl. And there's a blast of psychic energy. So roll to take a powerful blow.
Which one is that?
That is...
At D6 plus whatever conditions you have.
yeah. Alright. So what's going to happen is that you are going to get hit by this. And it's going to smash you through the door, through your constructs, and into the hall. And you're going to hit the other side of the hall and kind of slide down to the floor. And I think we can end on that scene for today.
Well, you guys know about Grandma now.
After she does this, by the way, she uh is her form is set back down on the bed as if nothing has happened. Her eyes still closed. Everything that was floating in the air falls to the floor. So lamp smash, chair turned over. Everything is on the floor, but everything is in disarray now, and it's quiet. So we'll continue with that for next session. I do always have to kind of pay attention to where I end the session because there is some stuff we have to do after each gameplay, so I do have to leave some time for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that now, and this is the end of session moves. Alright, so let me just bring that up, and basically what it says is that at the end of each session, basically, yeah, here it is. Alright, so at the end of each session, each of you guys get to answer a question, and you get to do a few things. So what is going to happen? Let's start with Rayak. So you have to decide whether you grew closer to the team, whether you grew into your own image of yourself, or whether you grew away from the team.
I think I grew closer to the team, and I think I did that actually while we were waiting for a surprise from Karma, because I was playing catch with myself, and I actually offered the fireball to Ektar, and he took it. So we were playing catch right before, Karma flew past us and kind of, which kind of ended the game abruptly.
Yeah. So it's like the cliffhanger. It'll be like the end of issue 1. So this is volume 1, issue 1, and it ends on that spectacular note. Because
it's like it's a great subvergence. Like playing catch, everything's okay. Bam.
Yeah.
You didn't catch me.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that you are still conscious because you didn't roll like a 10. So you're still conscious. So you'll be able to have some. You'll be able to explain yourself when we resume. Alright, so when you choose those things, right? Closer to the team, further away from the team, and or into your image of yourself, each of those options gives you something. I think I copied it into Discord. So explain who made you feel the most welcome and give influence to that character. And you get to clear a condition or mark potential.
I'm only gonna go with grow closer team. I think I'm gonna give it to Ektar for the very fun but very brief game of catch. That was definitely an ice breaking kind of thing, I think.
Yeah.
So I'll give influence to Ektar.
Cool. And you can either clear a condition or mark potential.
I currently have no conditions. I'm just gonna mark potential for now. Which
is a very good thing. You always want to mark your potential so you can get more moves. Does Ektar have influence over you already?
We did?
No, does he?
Yes, I did, I think, because I have people to choose who I influence.
Right. There's a in rule 20, there's a place in the sheet for the people you have influence over.
Yes, and I have influence over him.
Right. So since you already have influence over him, you get to shift his labels instead of gaining influence.
So I get to move one up him?
Yeah, one up and one down. Usually it'll be kind of in line with how your view of him has evolved. If you see him as being more powerful, you can probably raise his danger. If you see him as being more normal, you can either raise his mundane or lower his freak. Things like that. But generally the choice is yours. You raise one label and lower one label. Don't go over 3 or under 2. Under negative.
You can, it's just my character takes it as like being a typical teenager, I'm emotionally unstable about something.
Yeah, well,
Perfectly logical
usually-
that like I feel guilty about it or whatever.
yeah, so usually what will happen is that if you get to shift someone's label and you would raise a label above 3, instead of doing shifting labels, what happens is that that person takes a condition. But generally, and the book does say this, try to avoid giving someone a condition at the end of the game so that they start the next game with something that they didn't have before.
Okay. I will give him a +1 to mundane. And a -1 to superior.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah, that makes sense because you're seeing him as more normal than this alien that he
Well-
is.
And I didn't want to give him a shot.
Yeah. I think because he asked you to read the book for him, I think that was not a superior moment for him. So I think
That was
yeah. Alright, so that makes sense.
But the game of catch made him seem like just a
Yeah. Alright, so that's the deal. So if you decide that you feel closer to the team, that's what happens. If you decide that you grow into your own image, it means that you see yourself as the hero or the person that you are trying to be, that you are going to grow into one day. As you see yourself more being that person now because of what happened during the session. So, and growing away from the team has its thing as well. So let's look at karma next. What do you think? Did you go closer to the team, or into your own image of yourself, or did you grow away from the team?
I think right now, I probably, like, after what just happened, I probably grow away from the team.
Really? Show your work. Which is what you
Mainly
did.
because, like I was trying to keep it a secret, right?
Yeah.
But it kind of blew up in my face. So now in Karma's head, at least, like, oh, because I was keeping this a secret, they're not gonna trust me as much as they did before.
Well, let's have some conversation about that because the others can probably like usually like if you roll to take a powerful blow and you have to choose one, it's people can suggest things to you out of character, that kind of thing. So do you guys agree with that?
I can
Because-
see where he's coming
yeah.
from, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's that's a tough one to be in. Yeah, I could see that as being teenager logic. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
like it's reactive. Like they're gonna reject me, so I better reject them first.
Right. Well, that's not a problem with me, by the way. So I just kind of was curious why, but that's just my personal curiosity. It doesn't change anything. Remember, it doesn't mean that like he splits away from the team or anything like that. It just means that he, just kind of feels a little bit different at this point in time. It doesn't mean the team is going to break up or anything. So, depending on the events of any given session, you guys may feel one way or the other, and that's fine. So, since you feel like you grew away from the team, you get to take influence over you away from someone.
Who has influence over me right now?
Check your sheets, guys. I will check Onyx's sheet for him.
Your karma, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Anyone else? Onyx does not.
What is Trent?
Oh yeah, probably Trent.
Oh,
But
let me check.
unless I didn't give them out, then
Yes, Trent has influence over you.
yeah, I'll take away Trent.
Alright, cool. So, you're doomed. Only measures. Done. Right? So that's good. Who would like to go next? I think there's 2 left. Ektar and Soldiers.
Okay.
Do you think you grew closer to the team, or into your image of yourself, or away from your team?
Anoxious, right? You're not talking to me.
Let's do you, Ektar.
Okay. Closer to the team.
Mhm.
With the talk that Karma and I had about when we did our team moves or whatever they are,
Yeah.
the topics. I felt closer, drawn together from that. Being invited to the
Sanctuary.
beach house.
Yeah.
Also, the interaction with Rayek. So, yeah, that would be why.
Excellent. All right. So you do have to choose one in particular that made you feel more welcome. So would that be Karma?
Yes.
All right. So you give influence to Karma, and you have a choice. You can either clear a condition, which you didn't get, or you can mark potential, which is good. So I assume you would choose to mark potential.
Yes.
Right. Great.
And I already
So-
have influence over.
Yeah. In that case, no, Karma gets influence over you.
Okay.
So, Karma, do you have influence over Ektar?
I do now.
Okay, good. So, you just have influence. You don't get to shift his labels because you didn't have
Yeah,
influence
yeah,
before. Right, good. You guys have not gotten any conditions in this scenario at all. And that is a good thing. I just hope I did not miss anything that the villains were supposed to do. But I'll check it out. I'll check over the record afterwards. And we have our Solar Star. Soldiers, what do you think? Did you grow closer to the team? Or did you grow into your own image of yourself? Or did you grow away from the team? Is he in?
I don't know if he's there.
I didn't hear you just now, Mike.
I said I don't know if he's there.
Oh, sorry. I saw Onyxia's light up, but I didn't hear him. Yeah, I didn't hear you, Onyxius. Is he there? Xious. Yeah. Yeah, it's your turn. I'm seeing his voice light up in Discord, but I'm not hearing
I'm
him.
not seeing it light up at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Either.
I know this Discord has been given some problems lately, as I hope I mentioned to you guys. So let's hope it holds together a little bit more.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
there we are. All right.
All right. What I was saying was, I guess literally everything I was doing today was trying to put the team together and keep the team together. So I was literally trying to make the team grow together.
Yeah.
We decided to give ourselves a team name. We came up with a plan together to take down some enemies, and nobody got hurt. So
Excellent.
yeah, I think we came together as a team.
Excellent. So well, in terms of yourself, so yes, you do feel like you grew closer to the team.
You didn't hear me?
Yeah. So you do have to choose like one person in particular.
Hello?
Hello? Is he here?
He's deafened. Like, we can hear him, but He can't hear us.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
Mike? I keep saying Mike. Onyx? Ah, can you hear me?
What?
You hearing us, Mike?
No. Oh, there he is.
Yes. Yeah, so can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Alright. So, you do have to decide, like, on a particular member of the team that made you feel most welcome as part of the team. So it's kind of how you see yourself in relation to the team, not so much the team as a whole. So yeah, that's great. You feel that you are a closer part of the team. Is there anyone in particular on the team that made you feel most welcome?
Well, the guy said, the protege, because he said, of course, thank you for helping him out and stuff. And that thank you made me realize that we really were forming a team together. Big Hat, rather. Big Hat, because, after
Yeah.
I threw the armor in front of Big Hat, he was like, hey, cool, thanks for having my back. And the idea of us having each other back made me feel more welcome. Of course,
Excellent.
everybody already has influence on me, and he already had double influence on me, so this is triple influence.
Oh yeah, and I did have a thought about that. Just as an aside, as part of your magic weaponry, in addition, if you want to throw your armor, still that's fine. But I will also say that in addition to that, you can make Captain America's shield and throw it.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea of me tailoring my armor around, because it kind of works like Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with either being able to wear it as an armor or to
Yeah.
throw it as a shield for somebody.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, excellent. So that way you don't have to like take off a piece of your armor. You can create a shield and send it. So I think that works really well, and that fits with the concept. All right, so great. So since you feel closer to the team and Big Hat, so that means that you give influence to Big Hat. Now, Big Hat, do you
He's
have
already
influence?
got double influence.
Well, yeah. So influence is like inspiration. You either have it or you don't. So since yeah,
So
Big
everybody has it on.
Okay, so Big Hat, you have influence over him, right? Rayak?
Everybody does. He does. Everybody does.
Alright, so he gets to shift your labels. Again.
So we gotta do that again. So let me see what your labels are at, so I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Did you put down what my labels are for him?
Yeah, it's in your sheet
Yeah.
and he has access to your sheet. The sheets are... Everybody has access to everyone's sheet because the label shifting happens a lot.
And I think you obviously you're superior, so I'm gonna shift superior up one, and I'm gonna lower your mundane down one because you're clearly better than most of the riffraff.
Yeah. Yeah, and he did defend you. Russian and like Dragon Ball Z. That I can see that. That fits with me. You also get to mark potential, Onyx.
Yeah,
So-
I'll do that.
Yeah. So
I can do that for you.
Oh yeah, I think I put
Thank
one
you.
already for him. So. Right. So he's good. All right, and that's
potential before, and I just got one just now, right? So I have 2 potential.
yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, that is correct. So every 5 potential you get to take a new move, or it allows you different things. Like you can unlock your moment of truth. You can every playbook has a list of things you can do every time you advance, and you advance every 5 potentials. So getting potentials and missing your rolls is not a bad thing. Well, comparatively. All right, gentlemen. So that is our first session of masks. Out of character now, I can say that you guys. I try to give you guys a lot of information to work with, so you guys have some things that you can, you know, put attention to next time in whatever order you see fit. So you do have this. Just to recap, in case anyone missed it, soldiers. There is someone in the city that knows. It's not that she found out at the time or something. She clearly has known about you for a very long time.
Right.
Right. So that's something for you to be aware of. Karma, there was that you have that vision, and your grandma said something. We'll find out more about that later on. I'm not gonna just leave you with something cryptic like that alone. So there'll be some more developments there. We'll have some of that coming up ahead. Rayak, the outsider, you have just realized that from your home world, your home dimension, you came here, but you realize that other things have come here as well from other dimensions. And you will have your own insights and so on into that. Later on, as time goes by, you may decide to share some of that with others. You shared a large part of that today. That's good. The protege, Hector, Del Toro said something to you pretty cryptic. When he thought that you were your father, he said that you two were not supposed to be seen together again. So something happened. Something is behind that. So you will probably be looking to see if that develops into something further. I did have some parts for Penguin as well, and in terms of the light, which is Gildo, there was some room for him to kind of interact with Karma. But basically the idea is that each of you guys have a part to play in this thing. And the reason why it's set up like that is because of the origin story. Since each of you guys had a part to play in the origin story of the team, I decided to kind of go with that and to see how deep that rabbit hole goes. So we are going to have a lot of fun with that as things happen.